Travis. I'm your host. We're playing D&D, Stealing for Survival, Episode 9, Stirring the Pot, Part 2. Let's do some intros. We're going to go around the screen as it is seen on Twitch. We're going to start in the lower left with Chris Hall. Introduce yourself, introduce your character, and tell us about your pants.
I'm Chris.
Hi, Chris.
A rogue-haired drunken dwarven monk. And I have pants.
Excellent. Good conversation. One pant. Very good. Moving on.
As far as you know.
I don't see us on Twitch.
Till the bathroom break. Really?
Oh, and I'm drinking mead.
What kind of mead you drinking? What?
Viking's blood.
Oh yeah, that's I've had that.
The good stuff.
Yeah, I didn't like it either. I'm not a mead guy though. Okay, John. Same thing, but your version.
Oh, well, I'm John from Jersey's Cards and Comics and Conquest Publishing. I am playing a resident priest of Joneth. I'm a Rocairn, and we'll see what brings us tonight.
Named Jaith Firedigger. What's up, my Firedigger? Oh. Hey, Chris. 9 months. You've been subscribed long enough to have a baby. Well done, sir.
There we go, I found this.
Okay, now, continuing around the block, we're now going to turn our full attention and awkward staring to Andrea.
Me? Oh, I thought we were starting at the bottom.
Well, as it's seen on Twitch.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't see Twitch now.
Yeah.
Hi, I play Lolly, and I'm a wee little Rocairn that thinks she's a big, great actress. What else you want to know? I'm not wearing pants.
Yeah,
So it's going to have you zoom down on bottom half.
Yeah, we can actually see that in Travis's camera on Twitch.
But don't worry, the
Not
audience
Twitch, on
cannot. Not unless they throw enough bits.
Wow.
Okay, now
You can buy that many bits? Wow.
it's a. By the way, I did explain to Gary how you get bits for free. He didn't realize it was that easy, and he has now started throwing bits at us, which is awesome.
How easy is it?
And he might also join me for gaming via Star Wars: The Old Republic later this week.
Oh.
It's so much better to play with somebody else than just play with myself.
Get back into the Old Republic. There's
Absolutely.
a lot of the character classes that I need to finish.
If you can remember what it is, because all your shit's been reset. Okay, speaking of resetting shit, let's pop over here to Robert and have him tell us a little bit about his turn-ons, turn-offs, and his dog.
Hey, I am Robert Turk from Wicked Clever Games. I'm playing Bagai. He is a Galax, which is like a Goliath, a big, huge, giant guy. He is dumb as a box of rocks. Because as
Rocks
we
are
go
smarter.
later in the night, my brain stops working.
Unless if it's a
So-
Galabdur in a box.
I have no idea.
It's
Whatever.
Earth Elemental, a giant walking
and
rock.
I have fancy. Oh,
Well,
I have fancy pants.
you know, I have been wearing Dickies work pants, but they're plaid. I'm really liking them. Very durable, comfortable, etc.
Oh, I just screwed up my whole camera.
Now,
Which is
speaking
funny because dockers wear Dickies, and the guys that aren't on the docks wear dockers.
that's very true.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird.
They park up the
Oh, and I
driveway.
am drinking ice cold water tonight.
Oh. Well, speaking of docks and dicks, let's introduce Aaron.
Hi.
Hi.
I play Moggets. Moggets is a wizard. Yeah. I'm also author of Persona Non Grata, the first of the Ships of Valor books. Available on Amazon
Unlimited.
unlimited, free. Download it, write a review.
Hey, Aaron, can we get an invisible familiar for you that comes and goes randomly, and that way, when Emmy is bored some nights, she could just stay off camera and shout shit at you?
Oh yes, we call that the peanut gallery. She does occasionally yell things.
Yeah.
She is awesome. Sometimes she'll even throw things. You'll see them randomly
Well,
do that.
I remember the first game I had with her, and it was her, though in the room, still not in the game, just as a incorporeal being, and that offer still stands. Anytime she is tired of having a body, we can make that happen.
Yes, unfortunately, the invisible familiar is currently watching, I believe, the Tony because
Right, tonight.
my familiar is contemptuous of what we're doing right now, going, why are you exploring that hole?
Well, I can't see your hand, so I can only guess. It's very good, and I think we should be ready to get in. Now, I do want to let everybody know we have storms in our area. The stream could end anytime suddenly, or even
We could
worse,
get drunk.
it can continue on till 11 o'clock or so. So,
Or we could get drunk and pass out.
has anybody gotten so drunk that they've passed out in the past 10 years?
Past 10 minutes?
Never.
What?
No.
10 minutes. I don't know.
Not since my freshman year of college, actually.
Yes. I can go the past 10 years. Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
you're still young.
Maybe in the
You're
last
12.
5 years. No.
What?
I could even go in the last 8 years since turning 25.
There we go.
Not in the 20.
See, it's
Now, does drinking one glass of wine and falling asleep, because it just does that to you, does that count as
No.
passing out?
there's a difference between dozing off and passing out. Passing out is like, look, I'm
Okay.
doing things. Oh, I woke up. What went on in
okay,
between?
yes, no.
There's no rolling blank tape.
There we go. Yeah, you wake up in a place that you wouldn't normally go to sleep at.
Like Travis's house.
Oh,
That's cold medicine.
yeah. Aaron often goes to sleep at my house, whether he wants to or not.
I do. I normally run and show up there, and then
Nothing puts
Why is
Aaron
this
to
no
sleep
soft?
like my company.
that's right.
Okay, what is that, Robert?
That is
Oh.
a transformer.
It's more than meets
He
the eye.
transforms into a stick of deodorant.
That's great.
Apparently, it's one of the Transformers from the 80s.
Yeah.
No, it's the new ones. These are the new Transformer minis. They transform into stuff from a shopping mall.
Oh.
So
So they're Shopkins that
Like horrible
transform.
people?
They're Shopkins Transformers, essentially. Yep. Yep, they come in blind bags.
I came in a blind bag once. She never saw me again.
She never saw him coming.
Ah, that's even better. There we go.
So, yeah, that was the one fate declared was mine.
Okay, I do
Stick
want
with
to point out
deodorant.
too, the players and the viewers, stream elements will no longer be posting in the stream. Instead, we now have our own Cogsley bot. So if you remember my little iconic guy with the light bulb head and top hat and the bow tie, he is now our bot that tells everybody to subscribe, throw bits, touch me inappropriately. Andrea,
No, or not.
what are you wearing, Andrea?
Nothing.
Red.
Red.
It's my
She
birthday.
She
I'm
changed on camera. You didn't catch that?
cold.
It's always
You were
like that once
talking
you
and
move in with
she
them.
just gave a little.
Okay, so I guess we can welcome our viewers. Glad to have you here. Please feel free to chit chat if you like. Yes, John? Were you waving?
No, I was waiting
No,
to.
he's waving. He's waving to the view.
Howdy, viewers.
There's
Come
the
on,
party.
stay with us, Travis.
Really? What's your address? Anyhow,
485. Oh.
my address is 5. So, we're going to start playing now. As a DM, I probably won't respond to anything, but I believe Chris and Andrea and maybe one or two of the others are actually paying attention to the chat and will respond. They'll let me know if it's anything important, so I can continue running the game, though it'd be better if I just answered you guys, so I had some lame excuse for ruining every scene.
As you do.
That's right. It's a gift. I put it in her
Indeed.
box. Anyhow, so when we last left our group of intrepid explorers, let's see, do I have it? Oh, we're going to re-roll initiative apparently when we get to that. They were heading into the mighty giant hole in the middle of Old Dunstan, which is a city of ruins. Because demons apparently created a sinkhole, and they've got a portal to the abyss or some shit down at the bottom, and they're coming out. 3 roads coming up out. The hole itself is about a 2-block diameter, which we established a block is about 120 feet per block. So it's about 240 feet from one side to the other, roughly. It's not a perfect circle.
About the width of a townhouse stick.
What's that?
About the width of a townhouse stick. Stick a townhouse.
Sure. Or 4/5 the length of a football field. Or double the width.
Or 2 theater lengths.
Yes, because all theaters are the same
Or
size.
this big.
27 sheds. I don't know.
Well, that's a good idea. I think we'll just measure things in sheds from now on.
Yeah.
Is that a metric shed or a imperial shed?
She works at the hardware place. She knows more than I do.
Oh, I don't.
In that case, Asian.
Ooh. So it's 3/5 standard shed.
It can hold
Much
4
thinner
bodies.
walls.
If you stack them right. Okay, so anyhow, moving forward. You guys were planning and heading down into the hole. And as you head down into the hole, you hear a small squeaky voice calling from a block or 2 away.
Hey, you guys.
Can you do it like Electric Company, please?
I don't remember.
Hey, you guys.
Here you go. There you go. Throw some bonus XP to whoever that was, because the cameras are freezing.
That's
n-
great tranquillism, quisms, things. Great.
So had John already cast his thunderstorm
No.
spell?
Not yet.
No.
no, that
We're
Okay.
still figuring out the correct depth at which to cast it.
So let me point
Gotcha.
this out. Last week I really buckled down on you guys and metagaming and going, wait, I didn't do that yet. I want to talk more about or whatever. But we've had a week to discuss it. Nobody's made an action, so if you guys want to revise your plan, that's perfectly acceptable at this point. We're not tied into that plan yet.
I didn't even remember what our plan was at this point. Just that we had
We're
it.
heading down the road into the hole. We're going to
And-
cast Call Lightning and see what happens.
Okay. All right. That's our plan. Sounds
I'm
great.
in front.
I'm on board.
I was in
Second.
the middle.
Okay,
Oh,
we
we did have
The
a
guy was at the rear.
I'm over
Was I?
there.
Yeah, you were at the back.
Okay.
And so it's Lolly now.
well, Lolly,
Lolly.
they have pointedly ignored you till the monk turned around and finally acknowledged you. As they went back there, they're like, oh, discuss the plan some more. And then Kavlon was kind enough to go, oh, I guess we should acknowledge her.
Well,
Hello, Lolly. You have found us in these ruins.
yeah, it's ruined.
Hey, look, weird demon things. Let's go kill them.
Watch out for the comet rocket.
Oh yes, they have giant big cannon.
Do you want to explain the weapons to her real quick, gentlemen?
Cock rocket.
As we're
No.
running,
No, I want to do it exactly like that.
I think we explained it.
Oh, no.
I told her earlier, I just wanted you guys to recap it for the
Oh.
viewers.
No.
Nope. Well, they'll do it again, I'm sure.
Well, we're hoping to run into the Caucasian ones because their rockets are probably smaller, so we don't have.
As opposed to the red
Hopefully,
ones?
there's some Asian ones out there that.
Yeah, but they
Ooh,
fire
They're
much,
yellow.
much quicker.
pea shooters that won't hurt.
Do we have a functional one? I think she'd be great at these.
They'll do 1D
Um,
maybe.
Yeah, I guess we do have one of the giant tubes.
We do. We actually have
Wally,
two of them. We were trying
try
to
this
figure out
out.
what they did.
don't forget they
Watch
were
out for the
reddish,
blowback.
long, and to hold them because of the thrust, you've got to grip them between your thighs.
She's a real Karen female. She's got amazing thighs.
I can hold it.
I want to interrupt real quick with a tangent and a story. For the first time in my life, we've all heard kiss my black ass, kiss my white ass. For the first time in my life, a week ago, I heard the phrase kiss my yellow ass as a Vietnamese gentleman I work with was referring to the boss's.
Not the boss's ass. The boss is kissing his ass.
Yeah, kiss my yellow ass. I'm like, I have never heard that. And
You
I
need to get
feel
your
like I
bingo
should.
card updated.
What's that?
You need to get your bingo card updated.
Do Asians play bingo? And all for ass kissings?
Yes.
I don't know.
Lots of mahjong.
Oh, there is. On bingo cards, apparently, in Aaron's neighborhood.
Well, I mean,
I don't know what you mean. You better explain more or we're moving on with the game.
okay, so you got yellow.
And moving
Then
on
you
with the
got
game,
red,
you guys
and
have a
what other
large...
colors are there?
White and black. Brown.
Who's going down first?
We have a volunteer.
So we're not
Okay.
in the hole?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You met them right as they're heading into the hole.
We're trudging towards it.
Oh, to trudge.
Maybe we should stealth down the hole, even though everyone can see us.
Yeah, no.
Stealth down the hole with Jaith and Bagai.
Oh god, are they gonna get stuck?
But guy is stealthy. Let me see. But guy is actually
All
very
right.
stealthy.
Jake isn't.
Jaith is leading. Who's
Clunk, 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 clunk.
who's number 2?
Who does
I'll be
number
number
work
2.
for?
Okay.
3.
We're sending Kavlon second. We're sending the Moggets third. Who's next? Lally or Bagai?
Sure, I'll go. I don't care.
Lally Bagai, you're gonna take up the rear.
Okay.
I wish there was a way to say that actually made it sound dirtier. So anyhow, you guys are heading down to the hole. John, when do you want to stop and have Jaith cast foggy cloud lightning storm thing?
Well, we probably at about halfway down the ramp because that would put us where we should be with enough cover across to start hitting stuff with it. So
Okay.
about halfway down.
You guys are making your way down, and as you make your way down, you realize... there.
Hi, Elizabeth!
There we go. Everybody say hi, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
What enthusiasm. It's like a fucking Monty Python movie right there.
That's right.
Look at Elizabeth heading for the lead of the
Shot
boat.
cannon with her? Oh, okay.
Maybe. It's
Maybe. Maybe she's got a pickle cannon.
She might. It's
Is it
Are we gonna
green?
put it
Can we
past
paint it
her?
green?
it's how come the bits aren't falling in the jar? That's really annoying.
I don't know.
Oh well. That's not Elizabeth's
Oh,
fault. Okay,
I,
so
I get the ones that fall on the floor.
just pick them up off my keyboard. So you guys are heading down the hole like Plucky Duck in a toilet. And
We're down to Bonnie.
adventurers
think
go
that's
down
the
the
thing.
hole. So you're passing rock outcroppings that have openings in them, and as you pass by them, you can hear the tink 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 noise of something being
Tinked.
beat.
Now, do we hear tink, 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 or do we hear tink, 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 tink,
Tink,
tink?
tink.
Like there's more than one thing.
Tink, tink.
You do not hear Yogurt's followers with tink 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 tink. No, it sounds like somebody hammering or using pickaxes, etc. And
So these little things are like air shafts down into the mine
they actually look like they're big enough for these creatures to be in. And something that you guys have come to realize is the ones on the excursion parties out of the hole apparently are larger than the ones doing the actual work in the hole. As you go down the hole and you see the others, and they have spotted you, and some are pointing, and there's larger ones like the ones on the excursion who will hit them with something so they get back to work. Then they point at you and shout, which you can't hear it, it's lost in the distance. I know one of you speak Abysmal, Lee.
That is true. That I do.
So, it's about after that third hole. When you pass that third hole, you see the creatures inside that hole, and they're only like 8 feet in the hole, and they all stop and look at you. Give me initiative.
Look at him.
Get back to work.
I throw a dagger in his face. Oh, this is gonna suck for me.
Yeah.
20.
Woo!
I'm not gonna use that die anymore.
Nice, Elizabeth. Okay, John, what do you got?
17.
Robert.
23 on a nat 20.
Wow. Andrea.
19.
Wasted it on initiative.
Chris.
12.
You get to kill things
Aaron.
first.
6.
I wasn't the worst.
Okay. See, Robert, a lot of times when I write my initiative list, very good, Elizabeth. When I write my initiative list, I always just put bad guys. Which,
Right.
with somebody named Bagai, I don't feel right writing bad guys because I might mix
Oh,
it
you
up.
can. I'll just go twice in initiative if you screw it up. That's fine with me.
You're very considerate. So, Bagai is going first. Second
And
will
last.
be Andrea. And then
Lolly?
Lolly, yes. And then Jaith. And then them. And then Kavlon. And then Muggets. Muggets. The amazing, amazing Muggets. He's got his own kid show on Saturday.
That's right, I do.
Which doesn't matter
That's how
anymore
you
because
think
we
I-
have Cartoon Network. So
Residual.
he's the Rick and Morty of Saturday mornings.
Right.
It's the
If Rick and
Jason
Morty's on
Moggett
Saturday
show.
morning-
What?
If Rick and Morty's on Saturday morning, something is wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, we're finally got it right. Okay, so the guy.
Yes.
Oh, that meme now has a different meaning, Chris. He just played a meme which has Grumpy Cat behind the DM screen, and it's got animated rocks falling around him and says, "Rocks fall, everybody dies. Good." And of course,
Including
Grumpy
Grumpy
Cat
Cat.
just died 2 weeks ago or so, so this is a brand
So
new
you think.
meaning.
Everybody thinks Elvis is dead too, so.
So Elvis now has a cat at 7-Eleven with
He
him?
just went home.
Grumpy Cat's an alien. It's okay.
But he's Mexican.
All cats are aliens.
Okay.
Did you see the documentary from '60?
Yeah, you mean
Cat
The
from
Cat
Outer
from Outer
Space?
Space, the Disney movie?
I had that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good movie.
I used to have it on
That is a
VHS.
good movie.
With Jake.
From
Anyhow.
State Farm.
No.
That's
He might have wore khakis, though. Okay.
Mhm.
So,
Sounds hideous.
Phineas and Ferb? Okay, we're hold on.
Anyway,
Cat crossing. There we go. Come on. Okay, so Bagai,
Yeah.
right
Do
as you in the back reach the hole, they all look up and they're staring at you. You get
Yeah.
to react first. What are you doing? You want to
Can I
do?
get to them without kicking anybody off? Like any of my teammates off the
you're,
ramp?
You're going to have to. Yeah, absolutely. The ramp is as wide as a wagon, and you're single file. So, absolutely. Now, the hole is in the wall, and it's probably a
Right.
3.5 foot round hole they're in.
Oh,
So it's a
I
tunnel.
don't fit.
Well, you can get in there, but you're gonna get on your hands and knees,
Yeah, you will.
and they're about 8 foot
Yeah,
in.
he will.
Yeah, he
All
will.
right, I'm holding my action. I'll
Okay.
wait for somebody to come out.
Lolly,
Do I have a rocket between my thighs?
I believe you guys did say you gave her a red
I
rocket.
sure did.
Can I just fire my red rocket into the hole?
Yes. Tell me exactly how you're doing this.
I'm gonna clamp it between my thighs.
Yes.
Grip it with both hands.
Yes.
And then thrust the fire. I don't know.
By fire, you mean your hips?
That's
Yeah,
actually
it's gonna fire.
exactly how you.
Isn't that how you fire it? You have to thrust action.
No, you need to show us again.
Some people say she was real fun to watch in high school.
It's a, can I tell them an odd fact about your high school career?
Who's mine?
Yours, yeah.
Go ahead.
She was the school mascot during sporting events. So the red rocket thrusting thing kind of fits right. What was the mascot, by the way?
Copper Kings.
The fuck is that when you dress up in a costume? What are you, a bar
It
copper?
was a king. It was because we had our football team didn't play that much because it was in Michigan and we had a
So it's like the
hockey team.
cheapest king ever?
Yeah, it was a big old paper mache head.
Okay, so you
Okay.
grab this rocket, which is about as round as a melon, you clamp it between your thighs, you grip the sides, you thrust your hips forward, nothing happens.
Oh,
Jaith,
but
you're in the
Well, that's
lead,
dis-
and
That's disappointing.
if they didn't bother to tell you, it seems like only the demons can operate the things.
Right, there was magic that connected the demons to these things.
The guy says.
oh, well,
I think you did it wrong. Try again.
Yeah, you pointed the wrong way. Flip it around.
I cast Call Lightning and direct it at. Actually, I'm not going to direct it at the small ones. I'm going to direct it at whatever one's 120 feet away that's down there.
Okay, so you're not worried about the hole 5 feet away from you. The hole in the wall, the tunnel in the wall.
Well, I mean, I see those. Can I move forward 5 feet?
Yeah, absolutely. It's and like I said, it's wide enough that you can move past Kavlon and Moggets and Lolly to get to the hole also.
Like,
Well,
how far down have we gone into the hole before they're coming out?
About 50 feet. And they're not coming out yet. They have not
Or,
reached their
well, until
initiative.
we notice they're all staring at us.
Well, you passed other holes and you heard noises down the tunnels, but this one, they're just 8
so
feet from
there's
the
other
entrance.
holes down there. What is it? A hole, B hole.
Yeah. We've got a big hole that's 2 blocks wide that we're climbing down, but then we've got little window holes that we're passing,
Right.
and
Now-
these guys are down one of the window holes.
Well,
down the road, is there a space between a hole where we heard the noise and another?
I'm going to draw this real quick.
So between
I
the
just
two
don't know how
holes
wide
is tanks.
the portals are.
See, I don't think you should cast Call Lightning yet, because we're not even that far down
Yeah.
the hole.
Quick question: How much do these red rockets weigh?
50 feet.
About 10 pounds.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to hold this up. For our viewers, I got to hold it up to the player's camera. They have a different camera. Now, work with my art here, guys.
Where's your driveway?
Can't
It's
see it.
black.
Hold
Black.
on, hold on. Where's my driveway? Is that what you asked?
Try a race board.
It's out in the other room.
Oh god.
That
no,
doesn't
no.
help.
It's just white.
White.
Okay.
I can sort of see.
Now we're starting to see
So
I can see
this
some
is-
dots.
Is that a penis?
This is a side view of the hole, a cutaway view, and you've got the road going down, and you'll see the little dot. So every 8 to 12 feet, there's another tunnel bored into the side beside the ramps. And these are the things you're passing. So, Jaith, you're only about 30 feet, 40 feet down the actual spiral going down to where the big demon hole is. This is a side tunnel.
All right.
And these are the
I'm
little
going
guys.
I'm going to attempt to hit the closest hole that I can see one of them with a scorching ray. Makes a reflex saving throw DC 15.
A reflex save versus DC what?
14.
Well, he rolled a 14, so he makes his reflex save. What happens when he makes his save? Nothing.
He doesn't get hit by it.
Oh, okay. Well, the video garbled a little, so I didn't actually hear what you were
Okay.
doing. I heard the DC, though.
Right.
Hey, nice breast shot there, Aaron.
I will prepare for them to exit their.
See, John, I'll tell you this. I liked your original idea that you said before combat even started. And I'm bummed that you didn't attempt that.
No.
It's I want to once again remind you guys, as a DM, I appreciate creative things instead of just attacking every chance you get. But there's no problem with attacking every chance you get. We're good with that too. Okay, it is their turn. They are going to rush out. There's three of
I'm
them,
gonna take my attack.
and there is a larger one behind them yelling something, which Kavlon could understand is get their ratty asses and throw them down the pit. Die if you must, you little rodents. So, Bagai, go.
Trip them.
All right, I've got some in range now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to rage, which gives me
Into the night.
I'm gonna rage against the machine,
Rage against the machine.
and I'm going to reckless attack.
And what are you reckless attacking?
The first little guy to come out of this hole.
Excellent.
17
You hit him.
plus 7.
So the little guy
right.
comes out the hole.
And
That's in the hole, man.
Does he have a red rocket?
No, these guys do not have red rockets. They have hand picks and then spades.
Oh.
And I'm
he
calling a
might
spade
not
a
have
spade
hit
here.
in a second.
What?
It doesn't matter.
What's
Oh,
your
you got-
minimum damage, Robert?
My minimum damage would be 3.
Oh.
Got a 5.
Your minimum damage can't be 3. Your strength modifier is higher than that.
Oh. Right, I add my strength to this, don't I?
Robert, have you not been adding your strength modifier to your damage?
Oh,
Not with my great axe. I wrote it down wrong. So
Everything's already been dead.
that would be a 3 plus 5 plus 2. So 10.
Robert, you are as smart as your goddamn character, sir.
Just for reference, Travis's frame didn't freeze, but it stopped for a good 5 seconds with his beer like this.
No, that's bourbon.
I take a drink, but you were just stopped like this as you were staring, going.
Mm-hmm. So, with your great axe, you swing it towards the first guy coming in, lopping him in half, his top half falling over, his legs continuing off of the edge of the ramp here.
Alright, so the first creature I hit with an attack on my turn has disadvantage on any attack not against me.
Yeah, it was
So
cut
for
in half.
some reason,
that's hugely
but if the
disadvantaged.
two halves start attacking, they gotta attack me.
Oh, they're both halves are no longer functioning very
You need
well.
a paper bag too.
Okay.
Obviously.
He also
Which is why they
received
have
a
this
spinal injury at the same time, just to be clear.
No, you went side to side.
He went up and down.
Oh God.
That's very itchy and scratchy right there.
He's half the man he used to be.
Okay, do you get any other attacks or anything before I move on here?
Not yet. I do not.
Not-
Not with the great axe.
Okay, not yet. Kavlon, you have seen a small demon run out, terrified, brandishing its little pickaxe, get lopped in half. The legs continue to run off it as the top half falls into the dirt in front of you.
I'm going to run up to the next one that's behind it. Take a big old baseball swing with my quarterstaff.
Okay, I'm going to give you a penalty here, and here's why. And you can rethink your action if you like. We now
Okay.
have Bagai, Jaith, and Lolly all in front of the hole.
With my rocket.
It's a 3.5-foot round hole on an 8-foot wide piece of earth, and 3 people have already crowded around it.
At the end of my action, I could step back,
You
but I won't because I'm raging.
okay? Thank you for
Wow.
clarifying that.
Thanks
And
for the update.
don't forget, pretty much everybody had passed the hole except for Bagai. He was in front of the hole when this
Sure.
thing happened. But yes, you can do this. I just want you to realize there's going to be a disadvantage going on.
Great. So instead of swinging it like a baseball bat, I will try and poke him in the eye with 2 hands.
I'm still going to give you disadvantage because you're thrusting into a group of your friends on a
Yeah, yes.
cliff face
Fine.
with a
And I
200-foot
will
drop.
just take out one of my throwing knife from my pouch and throw over them into.
You're going to throw over Bagai. How tall are you?
Between his legs.
How
Hold
tall is
on.
the guy?
No,
I don't
I'm
remember.
kidding. I'm just pointing out you're throwing into a crowd of people, and I know they don't have a rule in place for that. But here's what I'm going to
It's like,
do.
fuck it.
If you miss, and it's close, I'm going to have you re-roll to hit one of the other people.
Okay.
It
Okay.
sticks right in between his butt cheeks.
So there's just a chance of a fuck up, is all I'm telling you, man. That's all.
Sure.
Like life.
Yeah, if you critical miss, that should totally hit one of the other little guys that's standing up there.
You mean one of the other Rokaran?
13 to hit.
13 what?
13 to hit.
Yes, you hit.
What does he
Great.
hit?
He, not one of you.
Yay.
What is that? Ooh, a 4. So 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Yay.
This thing takes your throwing star to the chest. And it clutches it, dropping its pickaxe. And it stumbles backward into the dirt wall, clutching it, screaming,
And then I
screaming.
take my bonus action and snap, so it returns to my pouch.
Oh, very good.
Oh, where'd it go?
It does bring blood with it, by the way. It doesn't auto-clean.
Ew.
You often have to wash out your pouch.
Yeah, he does.
Grand. That's my turn.
I just want to point out to our viewers here. Now, I can't, right here we're on Discord, so I can't read the chat, so I check it on my phone. And Aaron has basically just invented a drinking game for tonight's episode. Apparently, he says, how many times can we say hole, thrusting between his legs? 3 separate statements. That would make a perfect drinking game.
Oh, I had to hide the chat on Discord because I put that GIF up there of the Burger King and it was freaking me out.
Oh, I didn't even see. Those were gifts, huh? Oh, by the way, did you see Aaron's confession?
Yeah, that's why I put them up
Should
there.
we announce that publicly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Aaron is terrified of the fucking Burger King guy.
Well, he's creepy.
As well, everybody should be.
I'm not calling it
Wait,
unreasonable
like
or
the-
mocking
Wow.
you.
That was a fast cut.
He's in the newest epic rap battle of history.
But I will tell you, one of the
female role.
one of
He's
the best.
definitely gotten creepier
I think
in
think
the
they did
last
it on
15
purpose.
years.
I think one of the best marketing things they ever had is when they had the giant chicken fights between the different fast food restaurants.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that was so
Do
funny.
you guys remember that?
Wasn't that like the 90s or the 80s or
It was
something?
the early 2000s.
That was a long
It's
time
it's
ago.
like around the birth of YouTube.
When I
But
had
you'd go
TV.
to a website and you could watch giant people in giant chicken costumes fight it out in a boxing ring to see whose like spicy chicken was best.
Interesting.
Yeah. I feel like people should Google that.
I'm doing that right now.
Okay. So you recall your bink, bringing it back to you using your bonus action, and this guy is doing a Pee Wee Herman Buffy the Vampire Slayer death scene.
Love that.
Little legs kicking. Now, we still have maggots.
I am patiently waiting and seeing. Is anything moving out onto the ledge currently?
The
There's
third...
2 sets of legs.
that went off.
And
Yeah, that's... whee!
Yeah.
The legs are screaming as they plummet to their second death. But yes, there is a third one coming out of the tunnel in the wall.
If it comes out, if anything actually makes its way out onto the ledge, I will yell magic missile and throw something at it.
Anything in particular?
Well, one dagger,
One.
because I still have that.
Yeah, how many? You should have a couple daggers. I know you didn't
I carry
recover.
3.
And how many do you normally have?
I carry 3.
But didn't you not
I have
recover
2.
one the last?
I have 2 at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was this game or last game. Totally could have went, no, that was a different combat, and I would have believed you.
No. Yeah, I have 2 remaining. I will toss 1.
Very good.
That's-
Okay.
Yep.
Throw.
Magic missile. Woo. Yeah, that kind of stuff. It is an 11.
It's an 11. It bites.
However, is anybody within 5 feet of it?
Yes.
I have an advantage.
Oh, well, roll again and let's see what happens.
That is a 17.
Very good. Your dagger bites into the reddish flesh of this beast, and it squeals out as it takes... How many dice did you just roll?
500.
3.
Really?
Sneak attack.
3d4? Wow, nice.
Oh, no. Yep. That is 7 points.
So,
I rolled for shit.
what about your dex bonus?
Oh,
Find the commercial.
good point. Thank you.
You and
your
Robert.
Proficiency modifier.
Have you fuckers been...
which
What,
would be 2.
you
Chris,
don't
does,
get your proficiency modifier.
does the proficiency
Yeah,
modifier
It's not
apply to
offsetting,
damage?
Yeah.
It's just
No,
a hit.
it's a strength bonus. I don't get a strength bonus on it. That's the issue.
No, it's a light, or it's
No,
a...
it's a dex.
It's a
bonus
finesse
for
weapon.
your
You get to
damage.
use dex for...
Oh, that's why. Okay. 11 points.
And here's what I'll tell you. Even if I'm wrong, the other guys are going to shut up till after the game because they want the guy to die. So... okay, 11, yes. You throw it into him, and he takes the dagger to the knee, crumpling to the ground, rolling around, holding his knee, going, I used to be a mighty warrior! In Abysmal, and only Kavlana understands the pun and reference. If he was paying attention. Moving on. New round. Guy, you're raging.
So-
You're reckless. What are you doing?
Attack. They didn't attack.
You
Were they
no.
supposed to?
Yeah, they were totally supposed to attack before
Why
Kavlana
couldn't you
Mug.
wait till after the round?
No, it's
It is after the round.
he is. He just pointed out my
Until
mistake.
the next round.
But you've got 2 guys on the ground screaming in pain. They're not attacking. So there you go. Do you want to kick them off the cliff? Do you want to attack them? Do you want to do something
Well,
creative?
I do get a dash attack. I will run over there and friggin'...
Wait, Aaron. Is this a
Okay.
bonus attack in the last round when we just said the round ended?
Oh, wait.
But
I'm
guy,
not going anywhere.
it's you.
I'm not going anywhere.
All right. So we've got 2 guys on the ground in front of the hole
Yes.
that are still alive.
You-
One of them is bigger than the other ones, right?
No. The big
He's
guy,
dead.
who was deeper in the hole and urged the 3 little guys out of the hole, has pulled a brace out and the tunnel has collapsed. There's a puff of dust coming out of the tunnel.
Oh. Well, ask you this. Can I pick up, since I'm big, can I pick up one little guy in each hand and throw him over the cliff?
Yeah, you want to pick him up? You want to kick him? You just want him off the cliff, right?
Yeah, but kicking is longer, I would think, than just grabbing one in each hand and
You're
tossing
telling
it.
me swinging a leg takes longer than grabbing a guy, pulling it back, and
No.
throwing it off a
So,
cliff?
swinging a leg means I hit one.
Right. Well, here's the deal. Do you have 2 attacks where you can grab 2 separate guys and then throw them off?
Oh, but I got 2 hands.
You do have 2 hands.
Just throw one into the other, knock them both off. It's like full.
How good is
Yeah,
the guy's
baseball
geometry?
swing one into the other.
Well, I just figure. I mean, I'm one size larger, and if these are small, but maybe not. I'll pick up one. I was trying to narratively use my size and massive strength, but I'm with you. Picked
Yeah,
up
because
one,
of game
tossed them off the
mechanics,
cliff.
it's gonna screw it all up, dude.
Yep.
Plus, he's got something in his hand.
A great axe.
Oh, I do have the great axe in my hand. Good call.
You could totally
Then
golf
this is
this
what I'm-
thing.
2.
Yeah, I'll golf swing it.
Really, I have such a creative group here, and you guys are just coming up with roll to hit.
Well, hey,
No,
I
I
didn't.
can't.
No, I haven't got my turn yet. I was going to do
Throw 'em
something.
off the thing. Oh, but you can't do that.
Yeah, well, that's because you wanted to do 14 things.
Well, he's been
No,
Have you rolled?
That's one thing. No.
Picking up 2 guys is one thing, and throwing them? That's 4 things.
Can you pick up 2 cats at one time, Travis?
Not in one round, not with D&D mechanics.
Not
Can you
these
grab
cats.
one of each of them and hold them up?
If they're close to each other, one is at the edge of the hole where he popped out, the other one's in the middle of the thing. No.
Hey, big guy, you want to help me?
No, I'm hitting him with I'm golf swinging him.
Okay.
That is 17.
Flatted the axe. You are you doing it to the guy who took the dagger to the knee or the throwing start to the chest?
The closest to the end.
Are you hitting him with the pointy end?
No, he's golfing.
Well, it doesn't mean he's not golfing with the
With the
pointy
flat
end. This is the
end.
guy.
I'm too busy trying to not do this thing.
You connect. You bat him with the 17. Let's roll damage and see how many feet you bat him.
He hits the
Happy
wall.
feel more of this shit.
Dun, dun, dun.
Why won't you go to your happy place?
Don't forget to add 7.
Yes, you're
16.
next. Oh my
16.
god. 16?
Yeah.
16 damage?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you whack him like 30 fucking feet. Pew!
Whack-a-mole.
You get air. He's woo. And you can hear him as he plummets into the pit. Whoa!
Does he hold a sign?
Whee! I can see
I
the
haven't
house.
learned
No,
that
because
yet.
Jeff Foxworthy wasn't here. What, John? Sorry, somebody coughed right when you were talking.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Lolly.
Are there any more still alive near me?
Well, there's the one doing the Pee Wee Herman death scene.
Oh, just stop that, and I'm gonna hit him with whatever's in my hand, the rocket or whatever.
Oh, you're going to club him with a rocket? Okay.
Yes.
Roll.
So what is that? Just a bludgeoning?
Yeah, roll D20. Tell me
Death
what you
by
get. Add your
dildo.
strength bonus.
Great.
What's that, John?
It's a death by dildo. Great. Wonderful.
4.
4 to hit? She is not proficient
It's too big.
with red rockets.
It's too big to be swinging around.
You'll put somebody's eye out.
It's aggressive.
That's what Ed said.
She misses, and her
It gently caresses his face.
rocket. No,
Oh,
Chase,
Oh.
your turn. Go in,
All right.
go.
Is this hole big enough for me as a rogue Karen to get into?
Yeah, you would be hunched over, but the hole has now been collapsed.
Well, is that guy on this side of the collapse, or did he collapse it?
He collapsed with him inside where it's safe, away from you fuckers.
Okay. So he's on the other side of the collapse.
Right. And he was one of the big ones, like you found in the excursion thing.
I was hoping. So there's one more guy in there?
Well, there's one more guy just outside of the hole, clutching his chest, dying very theatrically.
All right. I'm going to hit him with the hammer.
He is going
So
to
I don't have to
scream
listen
as
to
they
him
hand
complaining
it.
about not working anymore.
I love my job.
15 to hit.
I'm not even supposed to be working today.
It was my day
Indeed.
off. Yes, and what is your minimum damage?
My minimum damage is 7.
Quick trivia question. Robert, what's your minimum damage?
6.
You still just don't know it like that. Okay, you
Well, no,
crush,
he gets +2 for raging.
you crush his skull. And he goes still and silent, and you have to pull your hammer out from his embedded and crushed
Yeah.
skull.
Further down from us is there are more holes, right?
Oh, yes.
All right. The guy on the next one, I'm going to hold this. I want you to push me in there, and we're just going to compact them and kill them.
Well, they're tunnels. They're not just holes. They're tunnels that were...
Well, I know that, well, if they
Okay.
do the same thing, if there's a bunch of them in there, I'm just going to be the train with my
Yeah.
shield in front of me, and he's going to push me into them.
Okay.
Good plan. I throw dwarfs in holes.
Only that dwarf. I do not want to go I do not want to be shoved in hole.
Again.
Okay, close your eyes. You not know what's happening.
And that's why he doesn't get any dates.
That's how he gets his dates.
He doesn't want to be...
Let's keep moving down before more come.
Red rocket.
We
Okay.
go to the next tunnel.
So are you stopping at
that's
each
Red Rocket.
tunnel now?
Yes.
Okay. You stop in the next tunnel. You can hear the mining noises, but you don't see anything.
Let's go to the next one.
Okay. Moving forward. Moving on down. It's like the opposite of the Jeffersons. So, you guys reach the next hole, and you can see 8 of the creatures just inside the hole. They've actually got a whole room dug out. Still only big enough for a Rocairn, but Guy is definitely not making it, and even Moggins is going to have to, like, duck waddle, which is fucking amusing, but not pleasant.
Whack, whack.
Quack, quack.
Ducky, go down the hole.
Now, as you peek your head in the hole, Jaith, who's leading, apparently they've heard the ruckus, and they rolled a 20 on their perception roll. They're all staring at the door when you peek in. So they see your little bearded head come around the corner.
Good.
Please tell me what you do. Do you continue staring in? Do you enter? Do you
Oh.
back off?
I'm waiting for my large friend to give me a great shove into there, and I'm going to run with my shield in front of me and
Now,
try to.
it is a large chamber they've dug out, probably 12 foot wide and 20 foot deep, and you can see 3 other tunnels going off of it.
So how tall is it?
4 foot.
Oh, okay, so that's why he can't get in there. I mean, if it's 12 feet wide, he should be able to get in with this.
Oh, he can get in. He'll just be crawling on hands and knees.
Ah,
How deep is the initial tunnel to get in that room? Like,
2 feet.
2 feet. Wow.
Oh, I can totally throw
Hold
it
on,
that
Aaron.
I'm picking him
We
up.
can
and
see
throwing him
we
in.
can see things in there, right?
No, only Jace can see things. So actually, all these questions that you're asking, I allowed Kavlon that one because, yeah, you can see it's only 2 feet before it seems to
But-
open up beyond. But
Th-
yeah,
That's why I'm.
yeah. But if you want to ask a question, I will tell you for future knowledge, so we don't have to ask it later.
That clarifies. I'm wondering because everybody else can see, I can't.
Well, like Kavlon is right behind Jaith. You know, I'm imagining if we're working with miniatures. You know, you're each in a 5 foot square because there is space between the two of you. You're not right up on each other in like some kind of porn train. Are you?
Red rocket.
Hey, speaking of
Yeah,
porn
baby.
train, it is 5 till 9. Shall we take a quick break? Let everybody hit the head or lock a door or whatever they need to do before we go into a porn
Yeah, I
shop.
need a couple of ice cubes.
I do need to lock the.
Go ahead, John. Robert, you need to check on the kids, make sure they're unconscious. Use a hammer. Rubber mallet. Let's be humane.
Leather mallet. Come on, we don't use rubber anymore. Bad for the
It's summer. I
Oh.
don't care what they do.
Oh,
As
yeah.
long as they show up once a day for meals.
Any particular... Oh, wait, do they cook them?
No.
There's a microwave.
Do you
They
need...
got a list of things they have to get done every day. As long as they get them done, then I don't care. Free range parenting.
What things do they have to do?
They have to read for half an hour something they've never read before.
Good
Like they
Claire.
can't be rereading their same favorite book over and over again every morning. They
Good.
have to do something creative. So whether that's sculpt or draw a picture or paint or build something out of Legos, whatever it is, they have to do something creative. They have to make sure their chores are done for the day.
What chores?
My 7th grade daughter is responsible for doing the dishes
Mm-hmm.
and cleaning the sinks. My 4th grade son is responsible for feeding the dogs and dealing with the recycling. So, plus keeping their rooms clean, putting away any clothes that have been folded for them. So,
Oh, very good.
making sure the living room and the dining room are all picked up of their crap.
Hey, pretty good list of chores there. I mean, the free range parenting I want to tease you about, but I actually very much agree with it. So before I tease you, I want to make that
free-range
clear.
chickens?
Yeah. You want to give your kids a certain amount of freedom to, do
Yeah.
their thing, but still have a structure built around.
Like when we
That
were
freedom.
young, get out of the house, come back when the lights cut on.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so as long as that stuff is done, they can play video games, they can have friends over, they can play outside. We don't live in the greatest of neighborhoods, so they aren't allowed to ride their bikes without supervision because we don't live in a bike riding neighborhood. People will fly down this street. We actually have to go somewhere to ride bikes.
Yeah, we got to
So-
do that here too. We've got to. I mean, even as adults, we're terrified to ride a bike down our road, considering it's 2 lanes, not quite wide enough to pass each other at a reasonable speed. You got to slow down, and yeah, even as adults, we're like, I don't want to ride down the road. It's Aaron.
So
What about
So-
you and your son's chores?
One more time, I had you deaf for a second there.
Because your boy's like 20 now, or 40 or something, right?
19.
Yeah, I was close with the second guess. No, I'm kidding. I don't actually give a damn about his chores. I just figured I'd let Robert.
I just missed the question. What was it?
Yeah, it's look at you just listening
what's the
like a
chores?
man. Andrew wants to know your son's chores. Do
I
you?
didn't ask.
Is
I
there
don't give a
free
shit.
range parenting there too?
I was just saying.
Cat litter, dishes, and trash. However, like all children, if you want to have the same conversation every day for 20 years, have children. Yeah.
Or a mirror.
There's your response.
Or a mirror if you were raised by parakeets.
Yep.
Just saying. So, I saw a thing on Instagram, Travis's new Facebook, with an organization called WOOF, WWOOF, which apparently, if you volunteer, you get to travel the world. You just gotta fucking work while you're doing it, which sounds a lot like the Peace Corps minus the religion.
Okay.
And at nearly 50, I'm like, well, shit, my son's almost grown. Maybe I need to go WOOF.
I know. I was thinking. I saw that too. I'm like, I want to travel.
I
And
know.
then pay for everything.
I'm like, I fucking work. I don't mind working. I work
No,
better than a
bad thing is
20-year-old.
cats.
Yeah, we gotta wait till they die, which means we'll be 90.
Mm-mm. You're never gonna die.
Are you proposing murder?
yes.
Oh, very good, very good. Aaron, what do you call
Yeah.
a group of cats? Isn't it a glaring of cats?
Clouder.
Clouder,
Oh yeah. I'll
which
look
is
that up
like
later.
chowder, but if you're Asian.
No, that's a group of animals.
It's a group of what?
Is it chowder?
Clams.
Chowder.
Oh, I should have seafood that coming. Saw food.
So I will let you know I have upgraded now.
What
to
is that?
Whiskey.
What kind?
Whiskey. It's Crown.
Robert, let me
Not my
suggest this for
very
you.
light.
Let me suggest this for you. I have found this, which Henry McKenna. This is going for $25 a bottle. Now I'm a Jameson's guy, but this is a
I am
bourbon.
too.
It's a big bottle.
This is a bourbon, and it goes on sale for $22 here, but normally about $25 for a 1.75. Really, especially with a couple drops of. Gary, look who subscribed for 8 months.
Hey, Gary.
Welcome. Did you finish your Cobra
Hi,
Kai?
Gary.
We're on a break while John locks people inside the building so they can't escape. Welcome back, John. But anyhow, let me suggest that for you, Robert, for a reasonably priced thing and really a good full flavor.
Yeah,
a cup of
I'll have to check and see if we can get it here. Crown is not my favorite for just sipping, but I got a huge bottle. It's my dad's favorite, and he sent me a huge bottle for Christmas. So I'm slowly working.
There is nothing wrong with it. I'm going to take a picture of the label real quick for you.
I saw it. It was 45 Bozos whiskey.
45 bozos?
And that's what the label said.
Yeah, like a lot of the like 75 bonobos, friggin' banana liqueur, and a bunch of the other ones have got funny numbers and stuff.
Real quick, Gary says he's dropping by for a minute. Have an emergency call for work. Gary, you like not construction, but you like build. So, what kind of emergency is there? Is there like, do they suddenly need a desk assembled on Sunday night? Sunday. What kind
Is
of?
it-
I don't know
To be
if it's like a general
IKEA
contractor, some plumbing thing
emergency
has
support.
exploded.
I've seen weird. We get notifiers that go off of work and all kinds of weird stuff.
Well, that's because you work in a prison.
Jail. I work in a jail, not a prison.
There's a
Potato,
difference.
tomato.
Wait, yeah. Apparently, we're all ignorant. You want to explain the difference real quick?
Prisons have prisoners. Jails have inmates.
How do I know the
Long
difference
term.
when they're in an orange jumpsuit picking up trash?
Those are the ones that are allowed outside, so you can find them when they run off.
So are they
Which
prisoners or wait? Gary says
We have
a
inmates.
sign is falling off the face of a local business. We know the guy and he trusts us. That's reasonable, Gary. Well done, man.
Yeah. Now, a jail. Not everybody in a jail has been convicted of something.
Okay, so the jail is like at your local police station where they have 3 cells. They put them in to hold them before they go
That's
somewhere
where you're
else.
innocent until trial.
But-
Yeah, not everywhere there's innocent, but yes.
Until trial, and then prisons where you're fucking guilty.
Ours is a short-term holding facility. Everybody here is what, under 2 years?
Some can be longer depending on their their court dates and stuff.
What are they holding them
General.
for?
Okay.
Hey, can I come there and be held?
Depending on what you do, but yes.
Jockstrap's the same thing.
So is this where they would throw people in your town for like sleep it off overnight, drunken and disorderly, or do they actually have the police department has jail cells as well?
They do.
They have their own separate rooms though for them to. Never mind.
It's like a free hotel.
So
you get off.
which one has inmates?
We have inmates.
And you're at jail.
Prisons have prisoners. Those
So
are
the-
people that are convicted of stuff.
Oh, but they're being held prisoner
That is correct.
against their will, like
Well,
a
yeah, so are inmates.
like a
Yeah.
terrorist cell.
Well, nobody really wants to be. Well, there are some that want to.
That is confusing to me now. Suddenly, when I realize prisoner is used in 2 very different ways. If I'm taken, by some guerrilla warfare guy, I'm a prisoner. But if I
Yeah, but
broke the law.
You
I'm a
broke
prisoner.
the law.
It's the English language. It's weird.
What, John?
That's okay. Just remember, inflammable and flammable both mean that they can be caught on fire and not.
Back to the game. So,
Don't worry, that's inflammable.
this conversation is inflammable.
Does it mean you can catch it on fire or not?
Means moving on.
Yes.
So your label does not have a 45 at all on it.
No.
But when you showed it to me in front of the camera, I swear it looked like 45.
There's a 55.
45 what?
Okay.
18.
Established 1855.
So
Yeah,
40% proof. Or 40%.
No, it's all good. It's now Henry McKenna.
There you go.
It's not 45 baboons bourbon.
Well, it could be if you
For the right price.
remember Maramba, whatever the gorilla's name was.
Okay.
No, the one that got shot for grabbing the kid when he fell in the pit.
Because the parents are
Oh,
stupid.
yeah. Down in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, 'cause
Harambe.
The parents didn't. Anyway.
I
You know what?
Karambe. Yeah, that guy. Can we move on?
What's his face of Tesla made a rap about Harambe?
Elon Musk.
Yep, that guy.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's do a game.
I'm really curious. Elon Musk is a rapper now?
Elon Musk has
heavily
always been a
auto-tuned.
rapper. He was known as
About
DJ
Harambe.
Cornbread in the 80s.
No, let's move on with the game. You both spoke at the same time. I don't know what was said.
He can do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, he can. Okay, so, yeah, new tunnel. 8 guys inside, large chamber. They see you, you see them. Jaith is there, waiting for Bagai to push his way through one human and 2 other
Little people.
Well,
Rokaran.
it doesn't look like it's going to work, so I am going to go.
I'll pick you up and throw you. I got no problem with it.
I'm going to go inside. And
Now, how tall are you? You're like 4'8", right?
me?
Yeah.
I'm like 4'2".
4'2". Okay, so you will have to hunch a little.
All right.
Unless you have horns on your helmet, then you have to hunch a lot.
Okay, I guess I should ask.
Or if they go straight out.
They're 2 feet in, is what you said, the closest one.
No. The tunnel entrance is 2 feet deep before it opens into the chamber.
Into 12 foot. All right.
The chamber is 12 foot wide by 2 feet deep, which you cannot necessarily see that clearly, but I'm throwing that stat out there. What was that, Aaron?
Well, if his horns point straight out, he would have to be...
No, his horns are not 12 foot by 20.
No. If his horns point up, then he would have to punch more. If they point out or down, he'd be fine, unless they're more than 2 feet wide. Then he might have to lean sideways.
The tunnel opening is still 3.5 feet wide. It's just 2 foot before you
I'm
get.
not here to judge him and his horns. Unlike, I mean, they might be irregular. They might go like Minotaur style. Could be like Boss Hogg's car.
Maybe one goes up and one goes forward.
It's all like a skew. Oh my god.
There you go. Oh, okay. John.
I'm just going to go past the hole and wait to
That
see
hole.
what comes out.
Okay.
Past the top.
Kavlon, you're second. Jaith has stopped, looked into this hole. You can hear the movement in it, which suddenly
Until there's
silences.
about 8 of them in there.
Yep.
And continue.
He looked in. He looked at the hole. You could see mentally the wheels turning, and then he. Hold on, the cat is like eclipsing the light. Don't lay in my dice box. The Kavlon
Once they're in,
disappeared.
I ask Wally.
Hold
okay,
on.
am I supposed to ask him to yell so I can fireball?
So I'm gonna peek in the hole. Eyes go wide, and I will run past the hole.
At a reasonable speed, or
Like
at like
this.
monk speed?
No, I
saunter.
will walk past the hole, and I.
Do you want to make it look like you're going downstairs when you do it?
What?
Do you want to make it look like you're going downstairs when you do it? You know, where you get lower as you walk?
Sure.
Oh Lord.
And when I'm on the other side of the hole, I'll take the dagger out of my pouch and get ready to throw it. So if anything comes out of the hole, I will throw my dagger at it.
Do you guys see Robert's shirt?
Oh, it's the Muppets. That's cute.
Muppets Abbey Road cover.
Yep.
More people are killed
I
there,
wore my
recreating that scene.
shirt and my favorite shorts today. That's
By snipers, Aaron?
More people than what?
Aaron
Then
said,
Muppets.
More people than the previous people that died because it's added.
No.
to
More people.
Yes.
More
More
people than
people are killed.
Muppets, right?
Additional people.
That
additional people are killed there, then...
Because it's a really dangerous road.
Okay, you should have just gone with that from the get-go. Okay, so, third person to cross that is Moggets.
I'm
As
not going in there.
Jace
It's
stopped
dark.
and looked in, Kavlon stopped, looked in, and then did that going down the stairs thing, which really, I think, is a marketable skill, and it's sorely overlooked in the real world.
Yeah, it's 4 feet tall. It's dark. I'm not going in the hole.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
I
is
can't
that one
see
of the
in there.
pictures?
I will step slightly to the side, and I will cover them.
Cover who?
The people that went in the hole.
Nobody.
I can't hear you.
Nobody went in
We
the hole.
didn't go in the hole.
They went
We
past.
went past the hole.
Oh, then I go past them.
You follow them. Do you look at
Yeah.
the hole or do you ignore the hole?
I ignore the hole.
You ignore the hole.
That's why you get
now.
bit.
Wait a second. When you said, but Travis, you said all these people in the hole are looking out.
They
at
are.
us.
They are all staring at the entrance of the hole as this parade of people.
Right.
I haven't
Go
gone past
past.
yet.
You
I
go
haven't gone
and look
past
in
yet.
and then walk past. What the hell?
I haven't gone past yet.
It's kind of like when you're at school in a meeting and you have the door open and suddenly there's like this line of people going past.
I haven't gone past yet.
Lolly, it's your turn.
Okay, I want to go past, and I want to try to boop their nose.
No, they are like in the hole. You would have to enter the hole to boop their noses. They're not all clustered at the door, noses pressed to an invisible window.
Oh, I thought they were. Well,
No.
fuck that. I'm just gonna walk by.
They're
They're
Yeah,
minding the
yeah.
hole.
They're not like kids on the school bus pressed against the window, pretending they're racing with the car next to them.
Window lickers.
They probably all have very confused looks. Someone comes, stops, looks, and keeps going.
I wish I would have took stone shape for this spell for last night. I just sealed the damn hole.
There is a chance that if you hit the thing above with the right thing, it collapse. And yeah,
Is there a brace?
well, I have
Yeah.
made it obvious in the last hole when the boss guy
It
who
was.
beat these guys pulled the brace and made the door collapse.
But I mean, how deep it is? What was really my question?
I don't know,
Actually-
you didn't look.
Yeah.
I didn't look. I'm past.
So Lolly, what are you doing in the hole or at the hole? You just
And walk by.
you're gonna boop your own nose? Oh, you're just. I'm watching. And Kavlon is once again going past the hole.
Go past the other way in a canoe.
He is the drunken one, right?
He is.
Makes sense.
Don't drink in canoe. And Bagai.
all right. I'm gonna walk up to the hole.
I'm curious,
I'm gonna
Bagai.
look in. Hang on.
Wait, no,
Okay, go
I
ahead.
I must ask this before you do anything else.
No.
Are you still raging?
Oh
No.
no.
Okay, been around without comment,
No,
so
if-
it fell away, right?
If I go up, well, I go. If I go, is it one round or is it
I think it's one round.
your
It is
turn
round per level?
ends and you have not attacked a hostile creature since your last turn?
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're not raging.
No,
Go on.
Not raging anymore. That was a wasted rage. Only got 2 people. Okay, so I'm gonna up to the hole, look in, look back at the Rokaran that just walked right by and say, are we gonna, like, these guys, I'm gonna reach in the hole, it's only 2 feet deep, and pull the brace out.
No.
No.
Because the doorway, if you will, is 2 feet deep. The hole
room is
itself is 12 foot wide, 20 foot deep.
So there's not a brace holding this hole part out.
Not holding the door. The brace is further in the room.
Oh, well, forget that. I'll just stop
Well,
there
it
and
sounded like there was a 4-foot hole that was 2 feet deep that then opened up into a room that was like 12 by 20.
That is correct.
Is what you made it sound like.
That's correct. Where's the disconnect in communication here?
Well,
But
because
no,
the
the
last
brace is
Trying
not holding
tall, 2
up.
feet wide.
Hold on, everybody's talking. What?
So the brace is not holding up the hole to the outside.
Correct. The brace is holding up the tunnel, the chamber.
Okay. That's where our...
Right, because in the last one, it seemed like the brace was holding the tunnel.
See if we
Because he pulled the brace and the
Do
tunnel
this.
collapsed.
the hole is 2 feet deep before it opens into the chamber. It is 3.5 feet across. Now, once you get past that 2 feet of the hole, it opens up into a larger chamber, 4.5 feet or 4 feet tall, 12 foot wide, 20 feet deep.
So there's no easy, obvious way to collapse the hole.
Not from the outside. If you went inside, you definitely could do it.
You would,
Just punch it.
yeah, but you'd collapse the whole chamber on top of you.
Yes, you would.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
I
great
can't fit
plan.
inside it.
Or more likely, the taskmaster, the slave master, would do it as he's standing in one of the escape tunnels holding the thing that pulls the brace.
Right, because he has arms that are 12 feet long.
No, because he has a fucking rope attached to the goddamn brace.
And he's on the other side anyway.
A fucking rope
He's
to go with the red
already
rocket.
there.
It does.
Right, but we have no way of collapsing the tunnel. Okay,
Not without going in.
We're never going to make it down this hole.
Don't go in there.
We're not supposed to go down the hole.
We got a Galax.
Yeah, I can't fit in the thing. Right? We keep going. I look in there,
I
I'm
meant,
like, oh.
the pit. Like, we're never going to make it to the bottom of the pit if we're stopping at every hole to take... Well, now it's been almost 20 minutes since we've been looking at this
I give
goddamn
you-
hole.
We can make
I
it.
give you a shortcut.
Okay.
Just like he did the last guy.
Are you gonna throw somebody? What?
He's gonna golf him.
Oh God.
Well, hopefully when we get past this hole, they're going to come out. The guy will be at the end and you can start popping him into the bigger hole.
Yeah, so as I walk past, since I can't pull the brace, I will just look in there and say, you stay in there, or we kill all of you. And then keep walking.
Any hand gestures to accompany that?
Yeah. Wait,
You're supposed to wink at him and say, stay in.
no, there's no winking. Not
All right.
subtle.
He's
not
blinking.
joking.
Not
You
winking.
stay in there or we kill you. End of discussion.
Okay, big guy. Let's go.
But Guy always winks with both eyes at the same time because it's double effective.
Alternates them.
Camera one, camera two.
Kind of like his, like he uses turn signals on his wagon.
If a guy needs to wink, he will say the word.
Wink, wink.
Just watch out for the nudge that follows.
No, he yells it. Yeah, but everybody knows he's winking.
And he pronounces the word or the letter B in subtle.
Subtle.
Okay.
And the L.
It is 15 or 20 minutes later. You guys make it halfway down.
It is indeed 15 or 20 minutes later.
You have collapsed 2 tunnels. You have fought a dozen of these creatures. You were attacked by the 8 from behind. You swept them off. And now, here I have a question that we all forgot to ask. Were you guys bringing the wagon and donkey down here or not?
No.
Nope, we left him up.
No, last week
we decided not to
leaving the wagon.
bring
We
it.
left him to die.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't know that
Obviously.
was a donkey.
Well,
No.
there was.
It's like, hey, you guys.
You did it wrong. Okay.
I remember there being a threat. I don't remember what the threat was, but I know Bagai did not want to bring the donkey, and Mogget said we had to. Mogget was responsible if something happened to the donkey.
Correct.
Purchase
We would buy
donkeys,
new
sir.
donkeys.
Oh, I just think Mogget is going to have to pull the wagon from now on.
Oh.
Oh, damn, the
Now,
wheel
if you
broke.
say we're about halfway down, I'm going to tap Jaith on the shoulder and go, "Hey, I think we're about halfway down the hole. Do we want to do storm now?"
No,
Sure.
Jake, I want to point out you're also a rogue, Karen, and you've been in a lot more tunnels than that monastery staying little bastard. You know halfway down a hole better than he does, and by the way, yeah, you are halfway down the
That's
hole.
why
He's
I'm
right.
guessing. I said, I think we are about halfway.
No, we got to go 12 more steps and we'll be there.
And I raise my hand and go, point of clarification, we are about halfway up the hole, not halfway down it.
Not yet. That's
Dwarf
why we gotta take 12
arguments.
more steps.
We can test this theory. I drop one of you down, I throw other one up, and whoever hits first wins.
I think you need to try it first yourself.
I try to throw.
Use hammer.
I continue my
Like, swing
12 step
hammer real hard and
plan.
throw yourself up.
I continue the 12-step plan and then cast the spell.
So on step 3, he apologizes to everybody for being such a pain in the ass. Step 4.
Oh.
Profit.
At step 6, he realizes that it was only 6 steps down.
Well, they were...
Didn't account for the rotation of the earth.
Okay, so you guys, you're in the center. Jaith is casting. Everybody has recovered every weapon they've thrown.
I threw nothing.
There is one part of the ramp up on this that is only half as wide because part of it collapsed during one of the battles. So keep that in mind when escaping. I mean, if you have a chance to escape.
I mean, we also have 2 other roads we could escape
You
out
do.
of. So.
You do.
No.
It would have made real awkward bringing that wagon down here.
Not all of us can park our way up there.
It's true. I could practically run straight up the side.
Which speaks of his skill and cowardice, depending on the situation and the moment.
And the strength of the alcohol.
Oh, that's true too. Where's- See, I told the cat not to lay in my dice box, so he's just got his tail going from corner to corner across my dice
Kind of
box.
funny.
You're not the boss of me. Your authority is not recognized in Fort Kick-Ass.
Partially listen.
Okay. Cast your spell. There, Jaith.
All right. I directed at the first one that I see, one of the larger ones. It has to make a dex saving throw, DC 18.
Okay, before we go on with that,
All right.
so it's covering what kind of radius here?
So-
Let's rehash that real quick.
So I'll read it specifically.
Okay.
Put his tail back in there. Oh, his foot.
A storm cloud appears in a shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius centered on a point you can see within 120 feet.
A point up, which we clarified
Right. And that's why we
outdoors,
needed
so
to
we're
go
okay. Yeah.
To where we're at.
So I'm definitely
Uh,
allowing you to put it in the center of that as opposed to having to point upward more.
And I have to be able to see.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm picking April. Then a bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to that point.
Just
Each creature within 5 feet of the point must make a dexterity saving throw.
okay. So
So you need to determine what's kind of that I can target.
how long does it last?
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. So
10-minute. Holy
10
crap.
So,
how
so
often?
each turn in his 10-minute spell, he doesn't have to recast the spell. He can just point at another point,
Correct.
and a bolt of lightning will strike that.
Okay, by
It's just a
turn you mean
concentration
round?
spell. Yeah, every time it's my turn, I can tell it to target somebody else.
Okay, and you don't get other actions. That's your action.
That's a concentration. So
Okay, so you're not attacking or doing anything else as long as you're maintaining this,
right, I can't cast another concentration type spell.
and you can't attack with a weapon.
I could.
But then it breaks
Oh, yeah,
concentration.
bonus action.
No.
No.
It doesn't break concentration.
Getting hit
Only-
breaks concentration.
It used to, but not
You
anymore. Yeah, it can.
You have to make a skill save that is either 10 or half of the damage,
Half the damage. A concentration
depending on
check.
whichever is higher.
And
Okay.
Is it a bonus attack then to bring down a lightning bolt each turn, or
that's what I'm reading. I'm just making sure.
Okay.
On each of your turns until the spell ends, you can use your action to call down lightning in this way, targeting the save point or different. So,
You can
and
use
I also
your.
have my bonus action, which I have like, if I want to cast Spiritual Hammer, I can attack with that.
Right, which is a cantrip, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it has to be a spell that can be cast as a bonus action, but yes.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Right.
Well, the reason I ask that is because a cantrip, if I'm not mistaken, unless they've changed that too, you can cast that every round as much as you want.
Yeah, for free.
But if it's a first level spell, you're only casting so many till you hit a rest period.
Right.
Right.
And there's not every one of them that you can cast as a bonus action anyway.
So once
So-
again, I ask: is Spiritual Hammer a cantrip or not?
It is not, but it is
Okay.
a bonus action spell.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay, so you're only going to get
Specifically.
so
And it's not
many.
a cantrip. It's a leveled spell.
Okay.
So I would lose that slot.
So you only get so many per.
Correct. And
Interesting.
and like I said, it's an action. So I mean, basically,
I got you.
more than likely, that's all I'm going to be doing.
Right.
Other than
Right. Okay, so now we reach the midpoint. Jaith, who is third in the initiative, which we're keeping because let's not do that again, is still moving first. I am just automatically assuming that Lolly and Big Guy is holding their action because there is nothing around you at the moment.
I'm just following.
Yeah.
I'm all good.
And he summons this storm, which now you
That's
guys...
pretty cool.
Yeah, you got a 10-foot thick cloud cover, which then you have to move
Yeah.
down and through, getting moist,
A little moist.
because he has to see where he's striking.
Right.
Or maybe he cast it 5 feet above you guys. Whatever.
well, I cast it.
Okay. That's why the extra 12 feet, he had to get below the
That's
level. So he actually had to go past halfway, so Kavlon was right, but so's Jaith. So 12 feet was important.
Well, cans are always right, but that's okay.
Yeah, just ask them. Theyll tell you twice.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, in our group, 3 times. Maybe 6, just depending if we have beers.
Well, I do want to point out that one of them is a woman, so she is more right.
Correct. And
Bonus,
she'll have
right?
more arguments over it.
Yeah,
So.
like
maybe
a
it'll be
bonus
6.
action, she gets a bonus right.
Rightness.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so okay. He strikes up the storm, and he's looking for these things at the bottom. And as I mentioned, there is 2 of the smaller-ish demons, the kind that came out of the hole to find things, and then the little worker drones. And basically, you could see these scattered in small groups across the floor, which is actually, it's got a red hue to it, almost a glow as you get closer. It's very dim, and at first you weren't sure if your eyes were playing tricks on you or if it was actually happening. But yes, as you make it halfway and you start to light up the floor with lightning strikes. By the way, the little guys are very dramatic every time they don't actually die.
Like soccer players?
Well, more like millennial elementary kids when they get hurt on the field.
Ah, okay.
Or you touch their toy.
You know what? You're not allowed to touch children's toys anymore because they actually tell people nowadays. Just saying. Red Rocket. Andrea, what did you do with the demon tube?
Oh, I'm still carrying it.
Still carrying it. Okay, it does have a shoulder strap, just so you know.
Oh, well, then I'll put it on my shoulder instead of between my thighs. All right.
Well, it's much easier to
Pointed
walk
up or
with.
pointed down.
Waddling, you
Mine
know.
is a giant flute.
It's like
I don't know. I bet it would sound more like a giant didgeridoo if she tried to play it.
I was about to say worst didgeridoo ever because her mouth is not quite big enough to wrap around the end.
Well,
Just
you
shove
know
your whole face in it.
Challenge accepted.
Woo, woo.
Oh, my goodness.
It sounds like a sick tuba. Okay, so
Ew.
what?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity down below. You can see heads
Yeah,
peeking
there is.
out of the holes of the 3 different ramps with all the tunnels every, 8 to 12 feet. Which the heads that peek out after they see, there's lightning, multiple strikes on the ground, they immediately pull back in and
As they should.
do not come back out. Now, here's what I'm going to do.
Jason.
I'm going to step away just for a minute to refill my drink. I'm going to let you guys discuss the plan of attack here. Now, let's see. Okay, if I can give you a decent description so there's no confusion. So you're halfway down a funnel-like pit. You've got the final 120 feet where lightning strikes are hitting amongst the different groups. There are more tunnels here, but there seem to be less people working in the side tunnels. Down on the ground, there is a large spot glowing a reddish hue. So I'll let you talk about things. I'll be right back. Do you want me to go this way or that way?
That way.
A large what glowing red?
A large area on the bottom that's just glowing red.
Okay.
Hellish
So-
red.
That can't be good.
No.
Could
All
be
right, here's my plan. I'm gonna hack it in anything that gets in our way.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I would imagine that Jaith is just going, lightning, lightning, anything that gets close as
pretty
we walk
much.
down.
Right.
Every 6 seconds.
Cover me.
Yeah,
So-
but if they get too close to us, you can't do that. Because you'll get us too.
Well, it doesn't mean you can't do that.
No.
It's not
It's
wet.
a single
and-
target. It's not
and
like
we're on
area
stone.
effect.
Give
No,
it
it's
the
area
ground.
effect.
It can hit 5. It can hit multiple targets in a 5-foot zone. But
Gotcha.
needless to say,
Sure.
I'm not going to ever make it where it hits our. So, well,
I think we should make our way down to the bottom and investigate the glowing red bit.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
And then
kill
try and
anything
figure
that
out
moves.
which tunnel, because I'm sure there's a tunnel that goes inside somewhere.
well, you two get in the front and lead the way, and I'll concentrate on hitting we can hit.
Yeah, you be in the front, I'll be in the back.
Great. Jaith in the middle.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Although, I mean, out of character, I am the raging barbarian who is acting first in initiative. Do we want me in the front
Yeah.
and you in the back?
I think so.
Sure. I also have
Okay.
better reflexes, though, if something explodes or pops out of nowhere.
And you can soak up damage.
And I can soak those things. I have.
I mean, you can if you're raging. How many health points? What's your hit points?
My hit points is 49.
Holy
What-
shit.
what
no,
path
I
are you?
More.
What type of barbarian are you?
Primal path.
Oh, all right.
So, but I actually have danger sense too. So
Yeah.
advantage on dex saving throws.
Oh, okay.
And
And the other one, you
spells,
get half
endurance.
damage all the time. So
But yeah, I mean, I'm slightly hardier than you are.
No, it's totally fine. I don't care where I am. I'm finding that since I'm first in initiative,
Yeah, I
this
guess
is
that makes
making me
sense.
Rush past the rest of you all to attack things.
That makes sense. Big barbarian up
Right.
front.
Dun, dun.
Okay. Are we ready to move forward?
I think we're
Yeah.
ready to move forward.
We got a galaxy in front of us now.
Putting the Galax in the front.
Indeed.
Very good. Big guy, tell me, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
What are we doing?
What are you doing?
Well, once the lightning storm starts, that's kind of like the cue to go balls to the wall. And I'm going to start running down the tunnel, screaming and hacking at anything that jumps in front of us that's not struck by lightning. Like not down the tunnel, sorry, down the ramp.
Yeah, I understood what you meant. Yeah.
Zap, zap,
Yeah.
zap. Put someone over the air.
What the thing does. Don't jump on it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pick up the rear.
Yeah.
Okay.
My plan is kind of ignore side tunnel unless something jumps out
Uh-huh.
and push us all the way down.
Jaith is gonna stand in the middle and shock things. I'm gonna pick up the rear.
Stand in
Molly
the...
and Moggets are kind of staying where they are in the middle.
But we're moving as a group. I'm just in the middle of
Thank you.
Right.
going down.
That's
Yes.
what I needed clarified, if you're staying behind to conduct a lightning storm, if you will. Okay, so we've changed marching orders, what I'm getting here. Let me go ahead and find my pen.
I'm last line of defense right before Jay.
Okay, the guy...
I still want an ice cream now.
I'm
I
sorry, man.
know.
Dude.
That's a Heath Bar
I already
Crunch
have
Klondike
ice
bar.
cream.
It's ice cream.
I want a Choco Taco.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, who's behind the guy?
Moggets.
Mom.
Then Jaith.
Then Lolly.
Then Lolly. Then me.
Then Cal.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are moving down the ramp.
Yeah.
At a
Basically,
reason...
tank, range, bard, Jay, monk.
at a reasonable speed, so he can still set off lightning strikes while still
Correct.
moving. So not necessarily rushing,
Right.
but okay.
Half
No, but
speed.
he's Russian.
He is Russian. Okay. Hold on a second, my cat is snoring here.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's a cutie. Okay. You guys push forward to the bottom. The few things that do pop out of holes, you bat off. Oh, yeah, no. Let me ask you, Bagai, is it just
Yeah.
your great axe, or you got anything else that you're using?
I have other things, but the great axe is what I've got in my hands.
That's why, if you're using anything else, is what I'm asking. I'm just making sure you don't have, like, a plank of wood, a table, his shield, or anything like that.
No, I'll have the great axe in one hand, the trident in the other hand.
Okay.
No, just the great axe.
Wait,
I
just
can't use the trident. Yeah, I can't use more than one big weapon at a time anyway.
Alright.
You can put it between your thighs like a.
And waggle it as I go down.
Yeah,
So it's just like sweeping in front of me like a stick, knocking things off.
indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, the trident strapped to my back. I got the great axe in both hands. Just, it feels better to swing it with both hands.
It does.
Who doesn't like using two hands?
Very appropriate
Yeah,
there,
I
Chris.
can.
Okay. You guys rush down the ramp. As I said, there's a few things that get in the way. A few of the smaller demons. The overlord types definitely aren't stepping out of the tunnels. As you get to the bottom, they have assembled a large group of probably 20 or 30. It's
Yeah.
so.
Well, now, before we get to the bottom, how long does it take us to get to the bottom? Because he's got a whole bunch of lightning strikes he can do on the way down then.
Mm-hmm. He does. Let me set it up story-wise for you. Yes, he's blowing the shit out of groups of these things. They're scattering, they're running. You guys are kind of at a medium march, a reasonable march heading down. As you get about 30 feet from the bottom, you get a swarm of 20, 30 coming out of all these bolt holes that they've been digging. Now, these are the little guys. In the tunnels that they're flooding out of, you can see the faces of the overseers that are standing around with the cat of nine tails and the whips and whatnot, making these guys work. But now you have a couple dozen of these little guys standing there with their shovels and pickaxes threatening you. So let's jump into initiative here. But Guy, you're in the lead.
Alright, I'm going to... You could trade out a weapon as a free action.
Sure.
I mean, I don't think it takes an action. I'm going to switch over to my 2 hand axes, because then I'll get 2 attacks for facing this big of a group.
Okay. Now you will have to drop your great axe and just pull the 2 hand axes. Is that cool by you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't, like, take the time to strap it to your back with pretty little bows and shit. I believe drawing a weapon is a free action is what I'm telling you. But,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Go back and get it. So,
Yeah.
drop the great axe, grab the 2 hand axes, which will give me 2 attacks every turn with them.
Okay.
And I will rush forward, raging, for the first ones at the bottom of the ramp.
Very good.
I'm going to do a reckless attack, which gives me advantage, but it also gives them advantage on attacking me.
Very good.
That would be a 14. If that hits, if it doesn't, I'll roll the advantage.
It hits.
Okay.
You can roll
You should
again in
roll
case
the
you get a
advantage
20.
anyway, because you could crit.
Oh, good point. No, I got an 18 plus 7, so 25.
Great fishing.
Okay. So that is the first one. 9 points of damage with the first attack.
Very good. It crumples to the ground, screaming, clutching its shorn scalp there is where you hit it in the head.
But he's still alive.
He is.
All right. Well, I'm going to spin and strike another one.
Okay.
Now, I mean, he's missing half of his head. I'm not worried about it.
Well, he's got a cut in his head. But he's screaming and holding it and thrashing around on the ground.
Yeah, he's on the ground. He's not. I'm going for another one. So that is a 19.
Oh, you hit him with the other hand axe, sweeping out to your left.
And that is 10 points damage on that one.
Ah, you slice its throat and it crumples to the ground underneath you. Any more
All right.
attacks? We
No,
good?
those are all my attacks.
Lolly.
Now, the one that I took off as part of his scalp.
You cut
he
his
attacks-
head.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. He's holding his head. If he attacks anybody else, he's at disadvantage.
Okay, gotcha. I'm sorry, my cat has decided that the front half of his body
That's a neat
belongs in
movie
my dice
concept.
box, and he rolled over on his back, so he's all fucking cute when he's doing it.
The movie's called Yesterday. Everybody forgot who the Beatles was except him. He dreams of being a musician. He's playing Beatles songs. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, you're fantastic! You wrote that? That's incredible!" And he's like, "No, the Beatles."
Why is she
And
louder
they're like,
than
"He's the
you?
Beatles." He's recreating all the Beatles songs and becoming a huge star.
No, different mic.
But they're not him. It's not him. That's
It's different
cool.
mic.
And I've seen that
It's not your
preview.
headset.
Oh, no, Aaron, that's not the mic you're using. You're using the one on the computer.
Piracy. That you said
It's not piracy. Nobody else knows.
no, it's still piracy.
Okay,
Guys.
Wrong mic.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's closer to the mic than you are, man. It's up, but yeah, I've seen that trailer too. It looks like an interesting movie.
Looks like a good movie.
Are you switching mics, Aaron?
It's not an available mic, apparently.
Okay, you might want to
No, no,
unplug
actually.
it and plug it back in again. Apparently, just plugging it once doesn't do the trick.
Oh, honey.
Nope,
Oh.
still not that mic. Okay, we're gonna let Aaron work on that, and we'll just tech it as we go. I'm sorry I didn't have you rub your mic earlier, mister. Lolly, what are you doing?
There's nothing coming to attack me.
Oh, well, there are dozens of them down at the bottom of the ramp, which is about 20 feet away from where you are.
Well, I'm not gonna run out. I'm just staying in my line because I'll let them take care
Oh,
of it.
that's so cute. Drake has a 19-year-old mustache. They never listen.
His tech rep came in.
Yeah. You know, it's not because the 19-year-olds know more than us that we wanted to. It's because we don't give a damn anymore and don't want to try. So,
Been dismissed.
Lolly?
Good sir.
do you want to do anything? Do you want to throw anything?
I don't have anything to throw.
Your companions are rushing into combat.
But I don't have anything to throw, and they're all in front of me.
Yeah?
You can throw a limerick.
You could give the little
You could
boost.
give us inspiration.
I wanted a limerick instead.
That's how she does inspiration. She reads the limerick for us.
Sweet.
I don't have any ready.
So you get both. Really?
Yeah, I'm
Can you
slack
just do
today.
the one about Nantucket?
There once was a man from Nantucket. I don't know the rest, so fuck it. Inspiration.
She just inspired all over you guys. Who are you inspiring?
Whoever's the next person to go.
And who is that?
Who goes after me? I don't know. I don't remember initiative.
Not the guy. Pick somebody else.
The guy's already gone.
Who's next? I mean, who goes after me? I don't remember the initiative.
Jaith, it's right there. Just pick somebody.
Jaith. Whoever goes next after me is Jaith. Yeah.
Okay, Jaith, you go next.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I would like to call a lightning bolt down on one of the overlords down there somewhere. If there is one.
Oh, there are many. They're on the
All right.
edge of the little mob of men, but go ahead.
Well, can I get a decent? How many can I hit in the small?
If you hit the crowd of
Odds.
people, now it's a 5-foot radius,
True
correct?
odds. Right.
Not a
Yes.
5-foot diameter, 5-foot radius.
I will make sure. Hold on.
Pretty please, thank you.
Do, do, do. Each creature within 5 feet of the point, so it's within 5 feet of that point that I picked.
So let's say you could target five of them.
All right. So each of them needs to make a DC 14 saving throw.
A DC what?
14.
And what happens?
They're going to either take the full 3d10 damage or they're going to take half 10 damage.
Please roll damage before I even bother to roll their save.
22.
Yeah,
Or
22
11.
damage. Even in half, it's going to kill 5.
All right. I'll take my bonus action to pick up this large chunk of metal laying on the ground. Looks like an axe.
It does look like an axe, and it's got a name written in crayon on it.
I erase it and
Do you have a crown eraser, mister? I don't think that's in
I
your
do. It's called a beard.
backpack.
So
Called a
this
bomb.
great axe was not dwarven sized. This was Gallic sized.
That's correct.
Well, I have a decent strength, so I can still pick it up.
Decent
Yeah,
my ass.
totally.
He's
Yeah.
gonna make sure you don't forget it.
Just because it's his
I wanna
height
see
doesn't
him
mean he
take
can't
the
wield.
helm and spend it around.
It's the same way any superhero lifts a car. Okay, so
I are done.
very good. It is their turn, and they rush forward. Now 6 of them are dead. One of them
Yes.
is injured and dramatically dying on the ground. So they rush in. Big guy, 2 of them are going to be able to attack you. The first one misses horribly. The second one,
They have advantage.
oh well, the first one hits then. The second one, is 18 on the. Well, yeah, 18 is his best. 19 including bonuses. Do you have a 19 AC or better?
17.
Okay, 2 hits upon you.
Okay.
And what's crit do? It doubles the dice roll, correct?
Correct.
The number of dice, yes.
Yeah. You take 6 points of damage from their mighty attacks.
And I actually take half of it while raging.
Well, there you go.
I'm assuming they're doing bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing.
Piercing, generally they're using their pickaxes.
Slashing?
Okay.
Yeah, if they use their shovels, it would be slashing, but yeah.
Oh, slashing, not splashing.
I guess
There
with the
might be
shovel,
emotional damage too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You look fat.
I do not have resistance to emotional damage.
Throw the axe over the side.
Very few of us do. Okay, so let's see. As the mob rushes forward,
Nobody in college does.
let's see, Moggitz is the next behind him. Moggitz, he rolls a 1920 adjusted. Do you have an AC better than that?
No.
You take 4 points of damage from his mighty pickaxe.
Ouch.
Jaith, he gets a 16 total.
It cleans off of my armor.
There you go. As you heft a giant pickaxe above your head. Lolly, one of them gets a 20, adjusted 20.
They get.
What's your armor class?
Oh, I'm sorry. 13?
Okay, you take 2 points of damage. And Kavlon, the mighty Kavlon. What is that? No, that's a 9. I adjusted 10. Do you have a 10 armor class or worse?
No.
Okay. So you take no damage as the mob rushes forward. Kavlon, you are next.
I'm next. Then I will attack the one who attacked me.
Very good. Show him how it's done.
11 to hit.
Oh, you bite into his little mushy flesh.
Really? 11 hits? Alright.
Yeah, there.
I guess they are kind of windy little creatures.
Who's wrestling their mic? Kavlon's beard got out of control there.
As they do.
10 points of damage.
Oh, you cut him down. What, do you cut him down or do you pummel him down? What are you using?
Oh, I pummel him down double-handed with my...
Yeah. You bump him off with your staff, also known as whacking him off.
And then, is there anyone else close to me?
Yes, there is a mob of these things.
I guess there's a mob, so then I'll take an unarmed strike against the I'll move and take an unarmed strike against the next closest one as my bonus action.
Very good.
Which is, well, that's a natural 11, so 17 to hit.
Yes. You
And
poke him in the
then-
eyes, Three Stooges style. What kind of damage do you do?
5 damage.
Very good. Okay. Next on our list of initiatives, Mogget's initiative.
Yes, who is close by that could use a poking, a stabbing, or a flapping?
Kavlon.
I'm sorry, Kavlon. You heard the man.
Try it.
I've never had a puppet as a DM before.
What? No, that's not true. Is there a
Yeah.
small whittling one?
There
or-
are
Yeah, the one's
many,
trying to kill you, probably.
including the one that attacked you.
Okay, lightning grasp.
Oh, look at you with your mighty magics. Wait, what is that a real spell or not?
Yeah, I actually have lightning grasp.
Okay.
That's gonna be a.
Say the magic word.
Yeah, no, I'm looking it up. I believe that's a Walla Walla Bing Bang.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. That is a 24.
Yes, you hit. Now, was it a Walla Walla Bing Bang?
I
Ding.
don't know.
How do you not have that like etched into your monitor? Magical.
Well, lightning grasp? I don't use that one really all that often. Yes, it is actually. I got that one right.
Oh, very good. That's a-
Because I've only got like 6 spells and I've got them all bunched up.
That's great. I mean, you're not even a rogue Karen, and you were right. Okay, so what kind of damage does that do, please?
That is it.
Oh, lethal.
Oh, yeah, baby. That is 8 points.
8 points. So, is Lightning Grasp the same thing as Shocking Grasp? Did they change the name?
It's. Oh, sorry. Shocking grasp. 1d8 points of light.
Okay, so it is Shocking Grasp. You're just changing the name.
Yeah, screw it. Like I know spells.
Fair.
Mix it up as it goes along.
Fair enough. Let's see what this button does. Okay.
Again, not a real mage.
He
But you play one.
on Twitch.
Hmm?
But you play one on Twitch? Okay. So he runs screaming the other way as you shock him. He limps. Well, he very dramatically drags himself away from the battle.
It's like, oh.
Twitch.
Well, keep in mind, when I do it, I cup the balls. So he probably didn't limp real well. He jumped. He's like, ah!
How do you grabbing your balls make him jump? I don't
I
get
cupped
it.
his balls.
Oh, okay. I thought you were grabbing
I
yourself.
thought you were going all Michael Jackson, touching things under 4 foot height. Anyhow,
Thriller.
Hey, you want to make somebody run, even if it didn't work. He's run.
but I don't know. All the guys, when I've cupped their balls, they come closer, not leave.
Hey,
I think
maybe you would
giggle
stop
a little
hitting me.
bit, Yeah.
What, John?
I said they giggle a little bit, but yeah.
It's the pull and twist that. Anyhow, but Guy.
Yes. I'm still raging. I'll take 2 more.
Take them all.
Do it.
Reckless attacks. That's gonna hit. That's a 16 plus 7.
Oh, yes, you. Flailing out to the side.
Is 11 points damage on that first one.
Oh, you take that one down, blood splattering on the one next to him, that you then cross-hand swing this axe at. And it.
That's only a 14. I don't know. Does 14 hit?
Yes, it bites into him.
14 hits. Yeah.
And Kavlon can hear one of them screaming out, "Ah,
Oh,
blood contagion!
nice.
That's unsanitary!"
That is- And then a 13 points of damage on the next one.
Very good.
So, just
You-
in there with 2 hatchets, just cutting a path through the middle.
You have slain 2 of them. That second one is stuck on your axe. You can shake him off easy enough, though. It caught a bone.
I'll kick him off.
There you go. You kick him off like I did to my last date. Lolly, it's your turn.
Okay.
They're all around you now.
Alright, I'm going to
They're shorter than you.
swing my umbrella as I recite a dozen, a gross, and a score, plus 3 times the square root of 4, divided by 7, plus 5 times 11 is 9 squared and not a bit more. So, Kavlon gets Bardic Inspiration, and when I swing my umbrella, that's 7. I got a 7.
Total? Including all your pluses? Is that including your proficiency plus?
It's plus this.
What is that?
My plus 2 of whatever that is. So, yes. I rolled really low, just hush.
Okay.
I got a 7. So
Well,
I'm swinging,
you miss
and
'em.
I'm limericking, and I'm just being dramatic.
Okay. You fit in well with the crowd of things. Okay, so Kavlon, you noted that you've got Bardic Inspiration. Use it sometime in the next
It's 1d6.
10 rounds, 10 minutes, something like that.
As many times as a... Oh, no, that's... You just
Oh,
get
no.
a 1d6.
Yeah, and you've done this twice so far.
I have 2 more.
Yep. Okay, so, Jace.
I look for another group to bring some lightning to.
Now, do you want one of the close ones around these guys?
I don't want to hit any of our party members.
No, you wouldn't have to.
I'll put it on the other side of the guy.
Right, the back side of the group rushing forward.
Correct.
Because so far, 9 have been slain and 3 have been injured. So you have at least a dozen more.
25 points of damage.
25 points. Okay.
Or 12.
Okay. Or 12, yes. Well, it's still enough to kill them. So, this will be the last round that they're going to be clustered enough for you to get 5 in one shot.
Sounds good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is now 14 dead and 3 injured. So, Kavlon.
So the one near me is... There's 2 injured near me, correct?
Yes. Hold on. What did you say, Robert?
I offhanded. I said it's gonna suck when it turns out these were the good guys.
I don't know that anything coming from the abyss is really the good guys.
Who knew they just put mustache on villagers and sent them towards us?
Yeah. They're part of the construction works crew. They're urban planning and development here.
So there's... Are the only ones near me injured? Or are there uninjured ones near me?
There are uninjured ones near you. Now, the one you hit with the open hand strike last time, he is still up and fighting. He is not dramatically dying on the ground.
Gotcha. Alright, then I'll aim for him.
Okay.
Help him with his acting lessons.
Yeah.
15 to hit.
Your staff swings around, clip-clopping him in the forehead, and
does 3 plus 4 for 7 points of damage.
there you go. You feel his head cave in underneath your thing.
Oh, squishy.
And then I will go and, crotch punch the closest one who's lying on the ground pretending to die with my unarmed bonus strike.
What's with everybody grabbing balls now? Touching the balls.
Ooh, that is a 17 plus 6, so 21, 22, something? I can count.
You clutch his coin pouch.
Ooh, that's a 4 plus 4.
He needs to
8
see a
points
doctor.
of damage.
Oh, damage, yeah. No, yeah, you definitely the dramatically dying one who was first struck is now dead through
Death.
detestification. Castration.
Lovely.
That's the word I was looking for.
No, that's not the right word.
Testicular torsion, I think is.
Testicular removal?
Testicular torsion.
Trauma. Testicular trauma.
Yeah, that ends my turn.
Yeah, it does. Okay, it's their turn.
No.
What do we got? We got 16 dead now. So that's it. That's more than half of them. There's probably only about 8 or 10 left. We're going to give one attack on each of you guys. Starting at the top there.
0?
That's a 3. You can't roll a 0. It's a 3.
He gets advantage.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Oh, that's a 19. His pickaxe, his
That
tiny
is.
little pickaxe digs into your thigh, giving you 2 points of damage.
Is that before I cut it in half?
Yes, so one point of damage. Okay, Lolly, what's your armor class? Does a 13 or
13.
13? So 13 hits. You take.
How much?
I'm telling you, 3.
Okay.
Oh, Jaith. This little guy slips in a pool of one of the many pools of blood around you and rolls down the hill. Now, Kavlon, he gets a 20. Were you raising your hand, sir?
No, I was waving him bye to him
Oh,
as he went down there.
yeah.
That hits.
Okay. The little pickaxe digs into your
Scrotum?
side.
Oh.
3 points of damage.
Ooh!
That's a little piercing in the scrot.
And Moggets, does a 6 hit?
No.
Oh, good.
Potentially, but not today.
10?
It just itched you a little bit. It's like,
Very good. It's, now, Muggets, it is your turn. As the little guy stands in front of you, eyes wide. Like a cat caught in the refrigerator when you open the door.
You let it out?
Yep.
why is there a refrigerator down
How
here?
much does he look like he weighs?
35
How
How
pounds.
close to the edge is he?
Oh, no, you're at the bottom.
Oh, we're at the bottom? Oh.
But he weighs about 35 pounds, you would guess.
I mean, you could still kick him in the face if you wanted.
What?
You are
That,
so
that sounds like
violent.
effort.
What?
That,
So
that sounds like a lot of effort.
I think we need a triad too.
Could be. Aaron, are you still there? Did you freeze?
I'm still here, sorry.
Okay.
He's thinking.
Yeah.
Or he dozed off.
No, oh, there we are, sorry.
Abracadabra. Shazam.
Is there a good-sized
Doctor.
rock behind him?
Yes, there is, considering you're in a quarry,
It's a big
sort of.
hole.
Yep. By the power of Grayskull, and have a rock hit him from behind.
So, like the earthern kind or the giant bird thing?
Rock.
Bummer. I was getting excited.
Hey,
should
if you'll
say
let me
bird
summon a giant bird, awesome. But I don't think you will.
Yeah, we would give you the bird then.
It would be so much better if that just happened on its own, though.
Okay, so,
Chaos magic.
Does it have an AC of better than 18?
no.
Potentially.
I don't think it's gonna survive this.
It sounded like a D4 rolling. That's not very impressive.
No, it's 3d8.
You're using catapult. Go on.
Oh, okay. Does it have 20 hit points?
Not even before you did damage.
Oh, okay. Its head fell off.
Squish.
Replaced with a large rock.
Yes.
Caca.
It never saw it coming.
Is Margaret gonna go draw a smiley face on it?
It's possible.
You can go draw a smiley face.
Googly
It's
eyes.
a monkey.
Okay, now, since this round is ending, it is 10 after. Does anybody need to take a quick break before we continue with the combat?
Not me.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Robert, you okay?
I'm good.
Oh, very good. Apparently your whiskey or Crown Royal did you well there. Okay. Okay,
It's mellow and smooth.
so the creatures scatter as a deep, throaty growl comes out of a darkened cave, and something comes out of a dark, damn cave following the throaty growl.
Tom Jones, I don't know.
Mother?
It's not unusual, but
It's kind of got that raspy growl. Tone.
so it is about 8 foot long, and it's about 8 foot tall. The body is furry and looks like a bear that has a mange problem. The legs, on the
Giant
other
ferret?
hand, are arachnid and double bent. There is a spider bear coming out of the cave at you.
Spider bear.
That
Spider
was
bear.
both firefoot.
Spider bear. Spider bear. What do you think a spider bear can?
And it looks like it's been fused together with magic.
Man.
With
I threw a
madness,
picnic
I believe
basket
it.
behind it.
Hold on 1 second. Jay, say that.
Hey, boo-boo.
What was that?
Hi, Teeny.
Eek.
What beat?
Hi, Teeny.
Okay, Jace, tell me what you said.
Oh, I threw a picnic basket behind
Ha,
it.
gotcha.
That was just a joke.
Robert, what'd you say?
I said it was fused together with madness.
It is, that too. Okay, we're going to start with the beginning of the initiative. But Guy, you get to act first.
Can I reach it in this turn?
Oh, yes, and it's coming towards you, crawling along the wall and then leaping 15 feet across the open space towards you guys, landing on all 8.
Yeah. I'm gonna hack at it.
Very good. You charge towards it, roaring, sweeping your 2 axes.
Yeah, I like spider.
Spider bear.
So that is a 22.
Yes, it is, and that bites into Spider Bear.
Well, that's not as much damage there. That's only 8 points of damage on that first attack.
That is like it. It's exactly like it.
Second attack is a 20.
Adjusted.
Yeah.
Okay. You bite into it with the second hand axe.
And that is 12 more points of damage.
There you go. Total of 20 this round.
Yes.
It roars, and you see mandibles burst from the flesh underneath the jaw as the jaw falls away.
Drop something.
Oh,
Free prizes.
Lolly,
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to.
get your adverbs here.
Yes. There was an old man with a beard who said, "It's just as I feared. 2 owls in a hand, 4 larks and a wren have all built their nest in my beard."
That wasn't that bear.
So now
Oh,
Moggins
it's just-
gets bardic
just spider.
inspiration, and I'm going to throw a dagger at it.
Very good.
Let me see if it hits. 17.
And Moggits, you heard that. You have bardic inspiration to use at your leisure. 17 actually does hit.
Okay.
Very good. Well done.
4. 4 damage.
Very good. Okay. Jaith.
And
it is-
Travis?
Yes.
Didn't mention for him when it gets its turn, but when I'm raging, essentially the spirits of my ancestors also all attack this thing. They don't hurt it, but they keep it to only attacking me.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a new thing at this level?
Protectors.
I'm sorry?
Ancestral protectors. The first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against you.
Very good.
And if it hits somebody other than me, that creature has resistance to the damage dealt.
Interesting. Very good.
Look at
Jay.
you being all tanky.
It's my job.
John.
Is there anything else to hit with the lightning storm?
There
We're
are
pretty much out of that.
no. Now that you're looking around, because everybody's focusing on this guy, you can see the overseers gathering around that red glow, and they are linking hands, and they're rocking back and forth, and you can hear them chanting,
Kumbaya.
"Dayu,
Kumbaya.
daye."
Well, I'm going to let one of them have a.
Say again? You cut out.
I'm going to let one of them have a lightning.
Good
So we can make a
choice.
saving throw.
Good choice. And it will affect 2 others who will be within 5 feet.
Sounds
So,
good.
I'm not in 5 feet, am I?
It's still DC 14. So
DC 14. Yeah, roll me damage anyway. Let me see.
26 points.
26 points. Okay. 2
Or
of them
13.
save.
So they take 13.
They're all still standing and they intensify their chanting, calling upon this red circle that looks like an angry zit as the whitish yellow center rises.
Ew.
What are they saying?
Dayu, daye. I don't know, whatever fucking the Who's said in Whoville when they're dancing around the goddamn Christmas
Oh.
tree.
I just
Well, at
wasn't
least they're not saying
sure
spider
if
bear.
they were, you know,
Have I finished erasing
saying
the
like
crayon on the...
rise, oh,
Tablet
giant
yet?
thingy with crazy ass
Oh,
name,
there
or
you
they
go.
were just, you know, chanting nonsense words.
Well,
Come
you
out
know,
new thing.
you know, Chris, you know how when in any real ritual, everybody's chanting in Latin as opposed to their native language. These demons seem to be chanting in a different language also. But yeah, you get the idea. They do
Pig
seem to be
Latin.
calling upon something because the red glow is intensifying and it has a large pustule type thing in the center. So
Is it infernal they're enchanting in?
Are they chanting in Pig Latin? As
It's mumbly jumbly. Half of them don't know what they're saying,
that's
and the
true.
ones that do are drowned out.
John, what'd you say?
I was just checking out spells so I can cast it.
Before he was
Go ahead.
asking if he erased all the crayon stuff.
Okay. And Kevlin, yes,
See what the opponents
it
say.
is infernal. They are calling upon something, and yes, it's saying exactly what you thought it was saying.
Great.
So, except it's in a rap, so it's like, yo, 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 motherfucking demon, come on out and hit him in the weeman.
Oh.
They're demons, they're not good rappers. What do you want from me? They're white demons.
They're the vanilla ice of demons, not the M&M of demons.
That's right.
There is a difference.
It's a big difference. Dun, 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 dun,
So
dun.
there's giant arachnid bear.
Yes, and it is Kavlon. Oh, wait, no. Giant Arachnid's bear turn is what it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it gets to go, and it is going to focus on our friendly neighborhood Galax here. Oh, really? That's all? Hold on a second. What's he
That's
getting?
enough.
Has advantage.
Oh, well, hold on. That was a 16. Let's see what the advantage is. Really? The advantage is even less? Is this 16 hit?
Nope, it does not.
Aww. Okay. So,
Sad bear.
it lunges at you with those mandibles, and you can see it dripping with some sort of venom. It's hard to say. But then its bear tail tucks underneath it, and a white sticky globule shoots out.
Of where?
You're not really sure. But there are pincers on the butt of the bear now. They have ruptured through the rotting flesh of the bear.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
From his noose?
And
This
the
is
Galax definitely
really close.
dodges to one side, avoiding the sticky, gooey stuff that was shot at him.
Yeah, I don't want spider spooge on me.
Well, who does? Well, there's that one guy, and he pays extra, but that's another game.
Yeah, I would not do that.
No. Okay. So, yeah, it misses both its attacks, I sadly say.
Yeah.
Kavlon, it's your turn.
all right. So we've got bugbear spider. Then, how many little guys are left?
Well, quite a few, but they're all running away.
Great. How many overseer? Are there any? The overseers are the ones who have stayed to chant.
They're
They-
kumbayaing over there.
Yeah, they're about 50 feet. Well, no, wait, hold on, 30 feet away from you. But they're in a large circle in the center of the pit.
Great. Then I'm going to run to the nearest one. Because my movement speed is 35 feet.
Oh, very good.
And try and interrupt the casting by beating the crap out of the closest one.
Have you ever seen Nailed It on Netflix?
Oh, that's such a great show.
Yes.
See, I
Yes.
just imagine you like Nicole when she gets the nag button. I'm going to interrupt him by nagging him. Okay, so you're going to go try to break the circle here by beating the snot out of an overseer. Go ahead.
16 to hit him.
Oh, let's see, overseer. Oh yeah, you hit.
Great. We are going to smack him with my quarterstaff for 8 plus 4 for 12.
Very good.
And then as my bonus action,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna flurry of blows and take 2 more unarmed attacks against him.
Okay, using inspiration or not?
I don't. We'll see if I hit or not.
Because I believe 3 of you have inspiration currently, and none of you have used it.
That is correct.
But you don't have to use it until after you roll.
Correct,
Right.
but before I tell you if you hit.
Correct.
Right.
So that is. Oh crap! What's going on? Flurry of blows. 6
Flurry of
plus
blows.
6 is 12 to hit.
Oh, very good. You miss.
I miss.
You do.
So sad.
But I was just very proud of your math.
Well, I have 1 more hit, so let's see
very
if that
good.
hits. God damn. 11.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but if the 12 missed, guess what?
The 11
11
missed
hits?
too. Well, that first one made a good whack.
Too bad you didn't use the inspiration on the 11.
No, because I used it on the 12.
Oh, did you? That was
No.
Yeah.
okay.
I rolled a 3, and then a 3 again.
Oh wow, well done. Well done, yeah. It's okay. So Moggets. What?
Did that
Yes,
interrupt
sir.
the ritual? Did it maintain concentration?
No,
Oh.
he is still chanting. He is hunching and taking blows, but he is still chanting, just as the guys who were struck with lightning are doing.
I will use my last by the power of Grayskull.
On Lolly?
The big spider bear.
Oh, okay.
Not on me.
What'd you roll?
That is a 7, 9, and then we're going to use the inspiration. Ooh, that is a 14,
Oh.
including my inspiration.
It dodges to the left, and you grasp thin air.
So
I
sad.
tried. I will use my bonus act to throw a dagger.
There you go.
Magic missile.
Oh, I do indeed yell magic missile. That is a 22.
Oh, that does bite into the
does
flesh,
something.
and you see more of the skin slough off and fall to the ground, and a chitinous shell underneath.
Of the bear?
Yeah.
Ew.
That is 8 point.
Oh, very good. You do some damage. Good job. Way to kill the local flora.
Yeah.
He's not dead yet, though. Not dead yet. Spider bear, spider bear.
So if he's on like giant spider legs, does that mean his like bear legs are just dangling underneath him?
Only 2 of them.
Ew.
No, he's not a tri-bear.
And it looks like the spider
Yeah,
legs have branched out of where the other legs were.
Oh God.
So even the ones dangling, its pieces hanging around where these other legs ruptured out of the body.
Ew.
Oh, this is even more disturbing than I thought it was in my
At
head.
least it's not an upside down bear. They're like,
Right. Yeah. We should tame it and have it pull the wagon.
Up walls.
let me prep charm.
Take it back to the dead.
I'm really starting to dislike spidery things.
It's
Still.
see,
That's okay. They still love you.
if we did this 2 weeks ago, Chris, you wouldn't have had to deal with it. I think that's the week you were not able to make it. Anyhow, okay. But guy, you.
I don't know. I guess I'll hit it.
Oh, well, if you must.
Instead
Yeah.
of taming it.
And
Yeah.
yeah. Reckless attack, the first one. Which is, oh, thank God I did that. So that's a 20. It's not a natural 20. It's 20. Does that hit?
Yes, it does.
That's 9 points damage on that one.
What, you roll minimum?
He's not using the battle axe and
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I used a 2 plus 7. And the second attack is a 19.
Yes, second attack also bites
Alright.
into its scaly
Alright.
furry.
Oh my God. Okay, that's 8 points damage.
So you really did roll minimum that time.
I rolled a 1.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm just under there like the guy from the movie, just hacking.
Which guy from what movie? Wait, are you talking about that one rom-com?
No,
Just the one.
from the Guardians of the Galaxy guy.
Oh yeah, Drax. Oh yeah, Rocket.
I need that guy's leg.
No, Drax, just with the 2 axes. He uses 2 knives, but I'm using 2 axes
Gamora's a guy too, right?
underneath this thing.
Okay. So well done, Lolly.
Okay. I'm going after the thing that they're chanting around that's glowing.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to hit it.
steal it.
But as I'm going over there to hit it, I can't keep back the need for sleep. Long, comfy, cozy, sweet, and deep. I know I must try. Keep open my eyes before back dreams I heap. And I'm gonna hit it with my
Wait, what did your limerick do?
give me bardic inspiration.
Can you inspire yourself?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit the stone with my umbrella, but my umbrella is like industrial stuff because I had all those pockets put in and the daggers. So, alright, hold on.
But it works as a club.
Yes.
What'd you roll?
Hold on, let me roll this. D6. 14.
14. Now you're running onto the large glowing
Yeah, I'm
area.
gonna hit it.
and-
Hit the stone. I want to break it.
So it's not a stone.
I thought it was a glowing stone.
No, it's a large glowing area, and it's got a yellowish white.
I'm gonna pop the pimple. I'm gonna hit the
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Very good. So you got to duck under these guys' arms who've formed a ring and held hands and are swaying back and
I'm
forth.
short. I can run under
Yeah,
that.
they're your height. Just putting it that way. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, I'm just clarifying what you're doing.
Or you could hit the one that I've been wailing on.
I want to
They're
hit
not
whatever they're
gonna,
trying
they're
to
not
summon.
gonna undo their hands. That would script their whole ritual. So yeah,
It's-
run under the hands, pop the pimple.
Okay, so you run to the pimple, and you hit it with your umbrella. And what'd you roll?
14.
14. You thrust your umbrella into it. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
That's a D20, right?
Yeah, roll a d20, add
And
your
then
dex
okay.
bonus. If you have acrobatics or something like that, you can use that instead.
She's got plus
6.
3 to her dex.
I rolled a 1. I got a 6.
Oh, that doesn't help.
Do you have acrobatics
do.
or anything?
I do.
So you're going to use that
10.
instead.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. If I do it instead,
Well, you should
it's
get your,
less.
but you should get your proficiency bonus unless you get it with dexterity.
But I rolled a 1.
I know you
So
failed.
it's still 6.
I rolled 1.
No, she rolled a 1. She
Rolled a 1.
failed. Just
So I fall into the pimple probably.
as she runs towards it, thrusting her thing at it, yeah, she slides into it, disappearing into the yellowish green glow.
Ew. Well.
We'll get back to that. Jay,
I will strike the same again.
the same one.
The same 3 people with the lightning
Very good.
again. 7. 24 or 12.
Okay, well the first one definitely dies. Actually,
Or
yeah.
9.
And it's DC 14. You said.
Yes.
The other, yeah, all 3 drop, fried and burnt and crispy, and
I make my way towards Lolly, where she went.
okay, rushing through the empty
Moved
gap,
very far.
heading
Yeah.
for the middle. And it is their turn. Yes, and by the way, you do make it to the center there, and it's very warm and smells funny.
Can I see her?
No, and we'll get back to that in a moment.
All right. Got it.
It's I mean, unless if you don't want to enter all the way into the pustule in the center.
Oh, no, I'm not just jumping into it.
Oh, okay. So you're standing back going, well, if I see her, it's different. But if I can't see her, fuck that.
Pretty much.
Okay. Good enough. It's and we will get back to that. So it is their turn. Spider Bear.
You can throw a rope in there.
Wow. Do you have a better than a 24 AC, Robert?
No, I do not.
Okay. He better than a 16?
Bigger than
Yes.
a bread box.
Okay. So it lunges at you, biting into your tender flesh.
Okay.
Hold on a second. 11 points of damage, which I believe you cut in half. Is that correct?
If it's piercing damage, bludgeoning, or slashing.
It
yes.
is piercing damage.
Okay.
But do me a favor, please. Make a Constitution throw, difficulty 14, versus poison.
Okay.
Save versus death magic.
Death
Not
magic.
magic.
That's 2nd edition stuff. You wouldn't understand. John gets it.
I played 2nd edition.
Whatever.
I played 2nd edition.
You didn't know.
Well, yeah,
Save
what's your
versus
tobacco?
14. I have a 20.
You had a 20. Well,
Yeah.
fine. The poison doesn't sink into your veins, causing you excruciating pain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the fangs.
Just the fangs.
Just the fangs.
And you got that 11 points of damage, which I think you
Cut in half. I don't know if we round up or down, so I'm just going to round up on it.
And in your
Down.
favor.
I rounded in the player's favor.
Yes.
I believe so. I believe that's in the player's handbook. Anytime
Okay.
you round in the player's favor, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Okay, awesome. So
If-
that's
If I am, we'll triple your
points
next
then.
damage. Moving on. Yeah, the other guys really aren't doing anything besides chanting and swaying as you guys cut them down with lightning and knives and attack their giant pustules. Kavlon.
Great. I'm going to say, Jay, take my hand, and I will grab his hand, and I will look into the pustule to try and find Lolly if I
Were-
can grab her. And
Were
pull
you
her out.
already inside the circle of guys holding hands?
Yeah, it was punching.
Well, yeah, I was up next to one of the guys, you know. So if I have to move, you know, all of
Okay. Okay.
5 feet.
So you're
to get
moving
there.
forward into the red glowing area also. That's what I really need to be clear about.
He's in the red area.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, here's this. How far into the red area is the weird yellow pustule?
It's in the center. It's a 6-foot circle in the center of the 30-foot red glowing area.
It's a creamy filling.
Oh god. Oh.
So it is a 6-foot circle inside of a 30-foot circle.
Uh-huh.
So I have to move 15 feet to get to it.
Uh-huh.
I see.
Yeah, which is very easy. You could do that, no problem. I just need to know if you're in that red glowing area.
Oh God, we're screwed.
Just like a big nipple.
And Jade's arm's not 15
That big. That's gonna take more than one round. Fine. I will go and look into the bastille to try and find.
And you wanted to hold Jace's hand while you do it, if I'm not mistaken.
I did, but I'm not going to because that'll be far too far.
Far too far.
He's outside of the circle.
Oh,
so
no. He entered the circle. He went past the 3 guys he struck with lightning to try to get her out of the center
He's
pustule.
there.
Oh, if he's there, then yes, I want to
Okay.
hold his hand.
Jace, would you like to hold the drunken guy's hand?
Well, I would. And I could cup something else.
Keeping it real, guys. Pride Month. Hell yeah. Moggets.
I have no pride.
I'm looking at our Kumbaya circle. How many of them are low-level peasant guys?
Not a 1.
0.
Not a 1?
They're
Aren't
all,
they all dead?
they're all
They
over.
all ran.
They all ran, yeah.
They all ran.
Yeah, the overseers had created the Kumbaya circle.
They created the nipple.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
They summoned the great demonic nipple. The angry turgid nipple.
It's not the party. It's not on the party set.
I will attempt to dash in and retrieve Lolly.
Okay, you also rush forward, which... Oh, you know what, Chris? I cheated you here, man. I'm sorry.
He cheated.
I was thinking you had done something else, like an attack, and then moved. Totally disregarding that you didn't actually make an attack. You just moved.
No, I didn't do anything
Right.
except hold his hand and try
Right.
and lean into the thing to try and find
Well-
where Lolly went.
Okay, and I want to make it clear that Moggets is moving up behind you. You are aware of this as you press your face into the putrid yellowish-green glow.
Yep, and dash is a free action or a bonus action.
Very good. And what does that do besides make a character in The Incredibles?
It is a 30 movement free.
Okay. Free
I
like
can normally move. I can make an attack. I can move 30, or I can move 30, move 30. So basically, I get 30 free move with a dash.
okay. On top of your regular action and your bonus action, correct?
The dash is my bonus action.
Okay. So, yeah, and considering, even if it's a 30-foot circle with that 6-foot center, you're looking at, half that is 15. So you only have to move 12 feet through the red area to get to the huge zit-like thing in the center. And maybe you're 15 feet from the edge of the red circle where you are at the bottom of the ramp. So, yeah, you're able to move there. Probably not even waste your dash, man. It's, unless you just want to use.
Sazzle.
Come here. There you go. It's a trap. Okay. So 3 of you have moved next to Lolly. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Jath has already taken an action this round. Kavlon and Moggets are attempting to explore and or retrieve the lolliness. Uh-oh, hold on. Somebody sent
No.
Please tell me that doesn't move. Mess everything up.
Well, that's disturbing. Thanks for that.
Oh, yeah, stop looking at that. That's
They're trying
horrid.
to find me. That
I
is
mean,
me.
yes, that is exactly what's going on right now.
Yes,
But
it-
kind of the other way.
It is, and it's amazing that you found that. Okay, so yeah, you rush forward to help retrieve Lolly as she disappeared, and the ground starts to quiver and shake. The whole red area and the center starting to shimmy and whatnot. And everybody give me a dex save, please. Everybody
But what am I
within.
seeing inside the damn hole?
Basically, it's like looking to a thick fog.
And I don't see Lolly anywhere.
But it's very warm and moist, and it smells funny.
23.
Well, actually, not you. You already failed one this round. That's why you're in there.
Oh, well, you said everybody.
Well, no,
I
you don't.
actually
have to worry
rolled
about
well.
It. Well, yeah, it's a good job. Nice asshole. Okay, Jaith, Kavlon, give me a dex roll. Or I'm sorry, wait. Yeah, Jaith, Kavlon, Moggets. Bagai, you do not have to worry about this. You're not close enough to be affected by the ground rupturing under your feet and blasting upward.
Okay.
Okay. I got a 19 anyway.
Okay.
23.
Ah!
I'm trying to find out where my freaking deck save is.
Well, it's in the 20-sided dice to start.
Hmm.
But no, I got that. Trying to figure out where the.
Yeah, beyond that, I can't
Did
help
have
you.
a saving throws
What's in
box.
that paper?
Like, first sheet right there in the middle.
Right here.
Okay, while you're looking for that, Jaith, what do you
And
have?
then
I had 22.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Better be high.
15. 15.
15. Very good. Okay. As you guys are plunging your arms and other things into this yellowish, greenish, throbbing, pulsating pustule of energy, the ground begins to quiver and shake. The whole energy thing starts to shake. The creatures around you drop linked hands and start cheering, though the cheering is oddly like screaming in terror. But it really feels like they're happy. They're demons. Mixed emotions. It's hard to tell. The ground bursts upward, and Moggets, you stumble backwards, maintaining your feet. Kavlon, Jaith, I will allow you to do something cool. If you want to tumble or, bounce up and down on one foot while you maintain your...
Pirouette out of the way. You can spin.
There you go.
Together. We make a
I-
lovely little
I
dance
am
swirl.
cupping something, so
Since we're holding hands.
dancing with the Rocairns.
You are. Now the whole place clouds up as dirt and ash and soot and sulfur clouds it. But, Bagai,
yes.
the cloud hasn't reached you and your opponent, and you go first in the round. So if you care to,
Yeah.
you may make your attack, sir.
Right. Am I having any effect on this thing? Is it?
Oh yes,
starting to-
definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, I will reckless attack him.
There.
It's down to 7 legs.
Spider underneath. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, that misses. I'm kidding.
So that would actually be a 27,
Oh, nice, yeah.
and I double the dice in this damage, right?
Correct.
Okay. So first attack is don't double my bonus.
Correct.
No, you just add it.
So that is a 14 points of damage on that first one.
That
Oh.
Second attack probably misses. I have a 13.
Really?
Yep.
Really? Do you get a bonus attack or anything?
One
That is
hit
my
point away.
bonus attack.
What, Aaron?
My bonus.
Okay, let me guess. 1 hit point away, huh?
Okay. Yeah, your first one bites deep into it, slashing open the abdomen, and you can see very mammalian intestines falling out, followed by yellowish goo. Like it's got some kind of blend of innards between a bear and a spider. And in reaction to this thing leaps 30 feet diagonal, clinging to the side of the tunnel and running straight up at what is apparently a very slow speed. It is more like, we've all stepped on a spider and saw the little fucker try to crawl away. Well, imagine that with a grizzly bear that had sex with a spider the size of your couch. Not while they're having sex.
Now, if it's running away from me, I should have an attack of opportunity again.
Okay, go ahead. I hate that rule. It makes no sense to me.
That would be an unnatural 20.
You hit it as it leaps straight up on its action in its turn.
Yes.
So
So
you do
that
more
is
than 2
a-
points of damage.
I do a 13.
There you go. It shoots 35
And
feet in the air.
I'll actually throw my axe.
Oh, okay.
If that makes more sense. for
Sure.
you.
Actually,
Does make more
that
sense for
makes
you
a
narrative?
lot more sense. But yeah, attacks of opportunity in general, I'll almost always bitch about them because I've been in fights, and if you run away, they don't get a fucking extra attack. It's bullshit.
Right.
Anyhow,
Oh, I do also have my ancestors like on it, making it pay attention to me.
that's very true. But anyhow, it leaps straight up. You whip your axe at it. It cuts along. You can hear the breaking of the vertebrae as your axe bounces off its back. It hits the wall, clinging to it, sliding 15 feet down before getting stuck in a nook and cranny. But it's just twitching, and you recognize this as death throes as opposed to, I'm still alive.
I'm getting better.
That's right. It's not going for a walk anytime soon. Okay. So turn.
Now I'm gonna cheer. Yay! We win! Game over. Okay, bye-bye.
And we'll leave you there for just a moment. Now, the result once the soot, ash, sulfur, rocks clatter to the ground around you guys as you dance around the falling rubble. It's all small rubble, so even the stuff you're getting hit with, you're like, ow! But it doesn't really. No substantial damage.
Stupid boy.
Andrea, you are next, and you are rising 30 feet into the air. I do like the number 30 today. I'm
What's
using
that
it for like
picture?
everything. Well, it may be. Hold on. Hold on. No, that's not it. I've got a great DM shield that John gave me here. Nope, it doesn't have a picture on it. It is a. Oh, there we go. See that?
No.
Okay.
Because the way the light is.
Yeah, something like, oh, you guys can't see it either. Okay, on the DM screen. It's a large, giant, demonic beast. Here, let's see if I can do this way.
Looks like a beetle here.
Hold on, we're working on the
Or in the
flashlight.
shadow.
Let's see here. Let's see if we can.
No. Oh, okay. No.
Okay, now I see it.
Yeah,
All right.
that looks like
It looks like that pimple thing.
that looks like the devil dog in the Goofy cartoon.
For my viewers who might be watching, something along those lines is rising up out of that pit that has formed and burst upward. Now, Kavlon,
I was riding it. Sweet.
Lolly is clutched in its grip.
By its paws or its teeth?
Hand, one of the hands.
Does it matter?
Kavlon,
Yes.
you now realize whatever these guys was chanting in Infernal, it wasn't a ritual. They were cheering. It was no more of a ritual than fans sitting in the stands of a sporting event.
So like that part of Galaxy Quest where all of the little blue things are
Yes.
chanting rock, 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 rock.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
It was more like a support thing than a, summoning.
Right.
So, yeah, it's, what did you post now, Andrea? What?
I just had to get it away from that one because I kept seeing it.
So you went with a religious thing. I did see, we all know the song from Moana where you're
Thank you.
welcome.
Oh. Yeah. Not
Yes.
Yes.
I saw a thing on TikTok today where a guy was cosplaying Jesus in the white robes with the red sash and the Jesus hair, and he's lip syncing to You're Welcome. For the seas, the skies, and the stars, I'm just an ordinary demigod. Yeah, that was
That's great.
pretty
actually.
fun and clever, yeah. Okay, so this thing rises, just half of its body is out of the hole, and it's already 30 feet tall, clutching Lolly in one hand.
Bye, Lolly.
Now, it is 10 minutes till 11.
Done for this week.
Done for this week. We can
Yeah,
end.
I don't think we're going to kill it in the next 10 minutes.
You never know.
And we don't know if she can play next week. So,
Actually,
we
one of
can
you,
rescue her in 2 weeks.
Robert,
I know she's fine next
cannot play next
Right,
week.
I absolutely cannot. I will be at Origins next week.
Well,
I leave it up to you guys. Who has to work in the morning?
So,
I mean, I do, but
I am totally cool if, as this thing explodes out of the ground, a big chunk of rock hits the guy on the head and knocks him out for next week's adventure. That is totally
No
fine by
need
me.
at all. Here's what happens, Robert. You are still raging. You have just killed this monster beast. It's stuck to a wall. You start running up the ramp to try to get to it because it's twitching. And you get distracted by the little guys as well as the overseers. The overseers cheering, the little guys running away, and you just continue to follow them and attack them. This takes you out of the picture, but can bring you
Right.
back at a moment's notice without a problem.
That works.
And it doesn't knock you unconscious where they got to drag your big fucking Galax ass up that ramp.
We'd have to tame that
Right.
spider bear and.
It's dead. He just.
Yeah, he killed it, so we can't have
Yeah,
it.
they'd have to get your wagon with your donkey and bring it all the way down.
If the donkey's dead, Marcus pulls the wagon from now.
Well, there we go.
And they will request that you do a phantasmal force so you look like a donkey when pulling the wagon. Okay, so we'll call it here as the demon raging out of the hole says, "Fear the wrath of Kyton."
Crouton?
Crouton. Look out, he's going to toss your salad.
does he say it in Infernal or
Oh no, he says
Spanish.
He says it in it's actually
Interpretive dance.
the region that he says it in is a human tongue called Starulian, which is actually from the Everyway place, which is across the Rolling Mountains, to the west of the Rolling Mountains and the Oracle Plains, the Slim Desert, and then you have the Everyway Plains, and that is the Starulian area.
Isn't that a Terry Cratchit?
Damn, you're a long way from home.
Well, I miss my mom.
We don't want any. We got enough bad guys. Go home.
Mhm.
It's yeah, there's actually like 8 or 10 different languages on this continent itself. I just don't bother to discern it much except in the books. Because pain in my ass. It confuses gamers. Okay.
Until next time, everybody.
So we'll call it here, but hold on, let me do this real quick. Let me check everybody's. Okay, it looks like we have a couple people leveling. Andrea,
No.
you still need to level to level 4. She's still been playing at level 3 for a couple of games.
Oh, Lord.
Okay,
Level
it looks like Aaron and Chris, you guys will be leveling.
Ooh.
Level 12.
Okay, you don't get to
This
pick
is
the level.
exciting.
Damn it.
Phantasmal level.
Yeah,
I get to attack, hit twice now when I
roll
take
it,
or attack twice when I take the attack action.
Now, guys, I do want to ask, please keep track of your
hit points?
your hit points if you've taken any damage. Please, Robert, even you, just in case for some reason we continue this forward, when you come back, yeah, because I am not, so you can absolutely scam me on this. So please track your hit points. Realize just because you leveled, unlike World of Warcraft, you're not going to max XP, but you can have those extra hit points for the new level.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will subtract 3 from whatever my new.
There you go. There you go. Yeah,
And I only have 1 rage left until we can rest.
that is also a good point. Andrea, I believe you've used all your inspirations.
I have.
Make sure you make note of that.
I already did.
John, I think you only did 1 spiritual hammer over the past 2 sessions? Maybe 2. Maybe 1 last game.
Spiritual hammer?
I don't know.
Spiritual weapon.
No, I haven't done any. I did call lightning.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. He
But
said.
whatever you guys have, track it, because I'm not remembering. Guaranteed.
It's already marked.
Yeah, I've used two of my key points, but I'm about to get another.
Okay, and Aaron, keep in mind you're down 1 dagger, because you didn't recover it last game after that. Okay. I think we're good to go. I want to thank everybody who stopped in to watch us, which kind of means you guys who are playing. Thanks for logging into Twitch also.
And Gary and Elizabeth.
Yeah, Gary and Elizabeth for a moment. Hey, actually, it looks like Gary's still here. Gary, did you get your thing done? You all good, man?
Did you do your thing,
Ding
Gary?
dong dong.
Or did you do your loyal customers thing? Any questions, comments, etc. from the peanut gallery over here? That's you guys.
I stopped cupping Catalan's balls. I have other things to take care of.
That's right. That's a fair point. And as I said last game, we will be coming to a point pretty soon where this story arc comes to a head, and you guys are set to make a choice of what direction you go in. So
West.
west is a possibility. You'll have a mountain range full of Rocairn to cross, a mythical plane with an oracle that grants one answer to one question per person's lifetime, and then a desert with a glass valley in it before you reach the whole place where the downfall took place, where the cataclysm was centered. If you go east, a lot more wilds. There's a whole mountain range where dragons keep slaves and other interesting things there. But of course, it's all going to be wild. But first, we still do have some stuff. Or you can stay right there in New Dunstan and start building a stronghold.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should go into the mountains and find those magic booze dwarves, but you know, that's just me.
That may be an influence. Keep in mind, you can always do things while still having a base of operations to return to. But
That's true.
we'll...
I mean, we are building a church.
Well, yes. Okay.
With statues of dead people.
Right.
Well, they're not quite dead yet.
You're not dead yet.
That's right.
I mean, they will stay alive until we perform a greater restoration on them. They'll
I
just be
don't
stone.
know. I never
Another
seen a
potion.
rock that's alive. Never seen rocks that are alive.
Okay, guys, I'm going to sign out of Twitch here. Have a great
Yeah.
night. I don't think I'll be back on later tonight. I think I'm going to try to watch a movie. But you guys have a great night. We'll catch you tomorrow night for Talk of the Tavern at 8 o'clock. It'll be at least a 2-hour show.